It's a sacred day on the Australian calendar.
Lest we forget.
And for 25 years, the Pies and the Bombers have shared this day to honour Australia's bravest.
Huge crowd, massive occasion.
Now, we relive one of their classics.
Game on! ANZAC Day.
This is the 2009 ANZAC Day game. As for McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
This quarter for National Tiles. With their everyday low prices, now you can get a quality finish for less.
All right, bit of a bump and push and shove. Lee Brown with that man Fletcher there. Let's quickly go down to Doc.
Yeah, the benches quickly. Essendon have Dyson, Monfries, Jetta and Myers. Collingwood have Leon, Medhurst, Anthony and Shane O'Brien.
Triple M rocks football, Anzac Day 2009. Fraser and Hill go at it in the middle. Lovett got pushed off the ball. Through comes Lovett Murray. He tried to dash away. A nice tackle on him by the second gamer in Barham. Held him up and we'll have another ball up still inside the centre circle.
McPhee started forward. Browns picked him up. Lucas is out of the goal square with Goldsack, and Lloyd up at half forward. Prestigiacomo with him.
Great crowd in here, just a few seats. Once again, the Melbourne Cricket Club members letting the football public down, and the Anzac Day commemorations down by not filling the stand up there. That could easily be pre-sold. Here he is. Davey got the handball off, went straight to the Pies. Here's Jackson Barham with another touch of the ball. Kicked it forward to McCaffer. The first gamer couldn't spread and mark the ball. It spills to the ground. Fletcher's corralled by Rocker. Got a kick along the ground. Out wide. The Bombers are out of trouble momentarily here, but Collingwood are tackling hard inside their forward 50. Another handball comes out, this time to Cloak. Left foot mongrel into the hot spot. Thomas is there. Flies couldn't hold the mark. On the ground, picked up by Dempsey. And Dempsey able to get it out wide to Hill.
Banged it in the Hill direction. The bounce was no good for him. Tarkin Lockyer rolls in there. He's claimed by Lovett Murray, and that's holding a pill.
It was interesting from Hill running over the top of the ball. Should have went at the ball and went at Fraser then. Nearly a free kick to Fraser.
Harry O'Brien's lined up on Elwyn Davey too.
A little one from Lovett Murray. Hits Dempsey on the wing.
Good footballer, this bloke. Courtney Dempsey had some horrific soft tissue problems, but stringing games together, he's a class act.
Big Hill presented.
He's done his knee.
Gone in all sorts, Hill. As they bang forward, the Magpies. Cloak has it outside 50. He went down like he was shot. Doc, get to you in a second. Long looking for Rocker. Got it in the square.
Oh, it's a big play. That's a big double play here. You got the big ruckman who's so influential, David Hill, off the ground, and at the other end, another very big man in Anthony Rocker. Here we have a look on the ace of Gemstone. Doc, you're going to have to tell us about it, mate, because it didn't look like anything he hasn't done 100 times before.
Let's get down to the Doc.
That's right, Gary. Ball went over his head. He put his right hand up, landed on the left knee. He's locked up his lateral cartilage, the meniscus, James.
Meniscus.
On the lateral side, locked knee in the left cartilage. Just landed awkwardly on the left leg and felt the jarring.
What does that mean, Doc?
Well, they're trying to unlock the knee at the present time and just sort him out. Hopefully it's no ligament damage. They're checking that as we go. I'll get back to you.
All right, Rocker, point blank range, city end. Listen to the roar when this goes through. 85 plus at the G on Anzac Day. Got it. First blood to the Magpies. And they lead it one straight. Essendon yet to score. Triple M scoreboard.
Well, that's a great start for Anthony Rocker there on Dustin Fletcher. If he can clunk a couple early, it just means that Fletcher is all at sea at the moment, because they're going to use him to try and help Cloak. But David Hill, that's a big story.
Let's go back to Doc.
Yeah, Brian, he can't straighten the left knee, so something's jammed up inside the knee. That's why I'm suggesting it's a meniscus or cartilage. They've taken him downstairs. He can't put weight on the left leg, and looks stable, so no big ligament injury, but you wouldn't expect, unless they're miracle workers, that Bruce Reid will get him back today.
Not being smart, but our man, the Doc, is down here telling us other boundary riders are looking at it and guessing, and that's for the beauty of having a doctor on the boundary.
There you have it. Out of the middle come Collingwood again. Swan's got it at centre forward. Banged it down towards McCaffer. Off he flies. The first game is marked at 20 metres out. 45-degree angle. Thomas says to him, settle down, boy. Kick your first goal with your first kick.
Well, he'll join the illustrious club, BT. I know Ash will be all over the stats for the players that have done that with their first kick, but this is a great move, putting him at full forward, Gaz, because Slattery is playing at full back.
And he's a natural forward. We've heard he led the goal kicking in the 2006 TAC Cup, and he kicked 30-odd last year in the VFL.
Strongest part of his game is his marking. Here he is. Difficult angle, I might add. City end. Southern stand side. Comes in. Got it.
Oh!
Wow. What a moment for the young kid on Anzac Day at the G in front of 100,000. dozen. Kicks his first goal with his first kick in league footy. Collingwood 2 straight. The Bombers yet to score.
Yeah, it's a great start, and the centre clearances, Ash, 1 at Collingwood's way, and clearances around the ground, 2 zip. They've got some ascendancy, they've got some strength.
And also, Gaz, with Hill off the ground, it means that Ryder went into the ruck there, so Fraser got a clear tap. And it means McPhee, who was starting up on the forward line, has to have gone down onto Travis Cloke. So Matty Knight's had to rejig his whole side. They've planned all week. Hill in the ruck, Ryder at centre half back, McPhee at half forward. Now the balance is all out of whack.
Big issue, big job for Paddy Ryder. He's been a player with a lot of talent. Well, he's up against the bloke who's not overly physical. Lift, son.
Triple M rocks ANZAC Day, 2 straight to the Maggies. Out wide, Beams got it off to Pendlebury to half forward. Leroy Brown, biggest crowd he's played before, takes a mark and then around his body, long to the square. Oh, look at this, McCaffer gets hands to it. Couldn't take it, Thomas banged into the ground. Cloke picked it up, tried to break the tackle. They're under enormous pressure back here, the Bombers. Dempsey's handball astray, and it's out of play to be thrown in very deep. City end forward 50, 2 straight, Essendon yet to score.
Well, if McCaffer had a clunk that, no doubt Matty Knights would have made a change with Slattery.
Well, Didak was replaced today by McCaffer. Didak kicked a goal with his first kick in footy, and so has McCaffer. Here's an opportunity for Swan. Knock the ball down. It's a danger here for the Bombers. Picked up by Swan. Dribbling shot at goal. Missed to the left and a minor score. 2-1-13 Collingwood. Bombers yet to score. We've played 6 minutes.
Just repeating that David Hill injury. 2 centre clearances to Scott Pendlebury straight away as a result of Fraser's ruck work. That's the challenge for Ryder. You don't have to win it, but you've got to be competitive enough to put him off.
Just had news. The others are still wondering what's wrong with Hill. And we've got him booked in for surgery. There's Fraser. Little knockdown. Picked up here by Lovett Murray. Bangs it from half back to half forward. First time they've gone over their half forward line here. The Tuvi's in there, little possum eyes. They're really on strong full beam today. There's no doubt about that. Brown goes out wide with a handball to the sack. Goldsack fumbled initially. Regained possession on the boundary line. Takes a little run at it. Got the handball inside to the Tuvi. Tuvi couldn't get hold of it. Stanton went hard on the ball. A 720 spinning pirouette move. Got the handball off here to Monfries. On to Watson. His kick had too much juice on it for the lead of Lucas, who had his man Brown beaten. Lucas got into the back of the man. Lovett picked it up. Pursued by Barham. Harry O'Brien's under pressure from Davey. And Harry O'Brien, I think the man that best exemplifies the ANZAC spirit and Collingwood side, finds Beams.
Beams got the handball off. Tuvi a sideways one. And it's with Barham on the outer side. His kick too strong. Mark taken by Lovett Murray on the wing. He put it down. And now we've got a 50-50 ball at that part of the ground. Jobe Watson to run onto it. He's got to go very hard.
Well done,
Rocker
Jobe.
came at him. Got it back to McPhee, who has a bounce on the wing. Wants someone to come at him. Goes at Lucas. He couldn't take the mark, and it's all Collingwood. Tuvi gets taken hard in a tackle from behind. No awareness. Lucas got the handball off to Zaharakis. And now they can load up the Bombers. Skill errors everywhere for the Essendon players, but a free kick is going to go the way of McPhee outside.
Saw the best and worst of Joe Watson. The best when he got his eyes over and head over the footy, but the kick to Lucas. Lucas had 2 metres on his opponent and he just couldn't hit him.
The voice of Gary Lyon. Collingwood are 13, the Bombers are 0. The kick goes out very, very wide indeed. And the mark is taken out there by Winderlick. From 55 metres out on the boundary line, southern stand side of the punt road end. Top of the square, here comes Ryder over the top. Knocked the ball down. Davies lurking dangerous. Monfries had a crack at it as well, but Fraser did really well to tidy it up to O'Brien. O'Brien short kick, Lee Brown jukes. Got him extended, took the mark. Handball back to O'Brien. He was corralled a little bit there by Dyson. Back into Brown now. Fraser over the top of the handball to Barham. What a debut last week for the son of great Ricky Barham. Handball comes off to Thomas. He took a bounce on the wing on the northern side. The kick downfield. Lockyer left it, thought it was for McCaffer. McCaffer did really well, got it to Lockyer. Lockyer went for the open goal square, City end, needs a good bounce. McPhee gets back, cuts it off, paddles it towards the boundary line for the Bombers, and it'll go over the line out of bounds. Boundary throw in forward pocket, Collingwood, they lead at 13-0.
Happy to see it out, McPhee. Deep City end. Very impressive start here for the Magpies. Bringing it away was Jetta. Got it off to Watson.
Give it.
Looked to give it Gary, but then hung on to it. Did Jobe Watson.
Well, it's interesting, Gary. All the Collingwood players are laying off Jobe, telling Jobe to kick the ball.
Back to Dyson, to the outer side, Lloyd and Presty, and the footy's out of play.
Well, that's why he's just got to give the ball straight away, Spud.
Doc.
Yeah, David Hill has reappeared on the bench, just having a chat. Look, he's just standing around, the knee straight, so they've at least freed that part up, but hasn't attempted a run or a jog. He is sitting down, so we just look out and see whether they're going to test him or not.
Boundary throw, and Leon Davis got taken to the ground. The Bombers extra the ball out of through Lovett Murray. The ball goes forward inside their 50. Lucas in front though was Brown on that occasion, comes to ground. Harry O'Brien was there. Not enough Bombers around the ball here. An opportunity now picked up in the end by Collingwood, who did it very, very well through Goldsack and Harry O'Brien initially. Lucas cracks in, he got dragged to the ground, picked up by Barron, got the handball out only as far as Jeddah. He's on the boundary line, 40 metres out, top of the square, got an opportunity. Monfries, free kick Monfries. Let's hear the umpire.
Easy. No advantage.
And Monfries,
What if you miss it, Andy? Everyone looks silly.
has got a free kick for interference and will line up 25 out on a slight angle.
They just took the body a little bit too early, but it was the kick from Winderlink that set up the free kick. It was great play from Marty Clark. Not a lot he could have done, but the kick was just too good.
Yeah, look, they've got to get they've got to get numbers. I think Brian called it beautifully. They just haven't had numbers at the fall of the ball once they've gone inside forward 50. It's the first time these two little blokes got there.
Monfries at the punt road end, 25 metres out, teeny winning bit of angle about it. The side that favours his right foot, he stabs at it and he's hit the post.
Oh no.
A real horrible looking stab sort of jab thing, and a minor score there. First of the day, one behind to Collingwood 2-1-13. Tradingpost.com.au scoreboard.
Short ball wasn't far enough to Cox, but he got it to Tuvey. They've got a different jumper on the Maggies. It looks like
a white
different
with
design.
the black stripes.
We've got the ANZAC on the front too, JB.
Over the top to O'Brien at half-back. Outer side, Great Southern stand side. He slips it to Barham.
It's amazing, the stats at the moment, uncontested possessions, Gaz, Collingwood 30, Essendon 8.
Barham high, looking for McAfee at the back and Cloak at the front. Stanton's hands weren't clean. Picks it up now. Little ball to half forward. Nathan Brown got rid of Lucas.
I reckon they've gone to Lucas 4 times as a primary target and he hasn't honoured one lead yet.
It's a dangerous kick. Harry O coughed it up. Monfries picked it up. Around the body, misses. Second bad miss from Angus Monfries, although that was tougher than the set shot. So two behinds for Essendon, 2-1-13 Collingwood, tradingpost.com.au
Why
scoreboard.
wouldn't you get Lloyd out of the square now? He's in good touch, he's in good form, he's had 4 cracks at it, Lucas.
What are they doing with him, Gary? Where's he playing at the moment?
Lloyd's up high, he's on the 50-metre line.
That's strange. No Einstein to work out the fact on a big day. He'd love to be leading, presenting to the ball, a la Lucas here at the moment, except marking. Here's Macappa, got the handball away to Leon. Look at him, dazzling evasive skills. A left-handed bounce just to throw it in there as well. Little chip kick around the corner wasn't great. 4 Bombers are there. Watson's one of those. Let it go for Ryder. Here's Lonigan. Looks a bit like a wax dummy. Got the handball off to Fletcher. Fletcher, long ball out the northern side. Making some ground standing, but looking like he's worked pretty hard in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this game. And he'll go straight to the bench, I think, as well. Stanton's kick goes out to Lloyd. Presented up 55 metres out. Wasn't a great kick. Over the line, out of bounds. We'll throw it in. Collingwood lead it by 11 points.
Now, they haven't had a play on. Collingwood played on 5 occasions. Essendon haven't played on at all, Spud. They just haven't got their running game going at the moment.
Throw in, half forward for the Bombers. And Leroy Brown, I thought, was taken high, and he was. The other thing with Lucas, Gary, is he hasn't got any form. He was horrible last
And
week.
he looks slow. He can't get off Brown. He can't put any distance between him.
O'Brien's kick, not great. Just kicked it straight to Adam McPhee.
Gee, the skills have been poor, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Both sides.
Gaz, are Essendon giving Pressy too much respect by taking Lloyd out and maybe hoping Lucas could get a match-up they
It
like?
doesn't look like it, Lucas, Spud. That's the problem for me.
Here comes Davies to this. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, over the top. He didn't go, Brian. We wanted him to. No. On the ground. They're going to have to scramble here through Winderlick. And also involved was Zaharakis. Eventually, Collingwood clear it. Although not quite. Zaharakis going to get it back again in the square. And Phil, very, very nice. And it's Pears, is it, who's taken it?
Yeah, well, this is the difference. You see, no, it's not
Myers,
Pears, it's Myers.
Myers.
The skill level of Zaharakis, who's a great, or looks to be a very good kick, and you compare it to Joe Watson, who's not a great kick, and we don't want to dwell on it, but he only had a split second to sum that up, did Myers, and he hit this boy on the chest, lace out.
So, David Myers from Perth in Western Australia, as in the footy club Perth, not the city, although he might have been from there too. From about 50 for the Bombers' first goal. Oh, he's kicked a real tumbler. That's touched on the line. It was straight, but had no spin about it at all. 3 behinds now, Essendon. Collingwood 2-1.
Cox plays on very quickly from full back and finds Pendlebury.
We've got to take our chances. Essendon probably should have 2 goals on the board at the moment, 3 behinds.
Pies by 10 points, kicking with the City end of the ground. A high ball, up goes Harry O'Brien, 4 deep, couldn't mark it. Lockyer went with just the hand and not the body. Now an opportunity for the Bombers, got some numbers here. Monfries gets it out to Jed, on this occasion Zaharakis, kicks up there looking for Lloyd, got the handball up to Jeddah. Jeddah looking dangerous in the forward line, gave the handball backwards. This man again, it's Myers with a kick, this time at goal at the punt road end, missed to the right hand side, and a minor score again. So they are now 4 behinds, and Collingwood at 2-1-13, tradingpost.com.au scoreboard.
We're peppering away at the moment. The Bombers have got all the play. They've had the last 3 inside 50s, 3 shots on goal, but 3 behinds.
4 behinds in the last 4.5 minutes, Spud, on the natural blonde stat sheet as the footy's out of play, out of side.
Well, they've settled, Spud, and they've been outpossessed enormously, and yet Collingwood are only 9 points in front, so that's encouraging. They've just got to hit some targets now.
It's a goal to settle, and maybe the Bombers as Leroy Brown and Ryder do the ruck work. Ryder picks it up, handball to Jeddah, who was being tackled as he received the ball, released the footy. Swan's hand's not clean, and again the ball goes out of play. About 70 out from Essendon's punt road goal.
Well, the momentum's such a big thing in footy. The Bombers have all the momentum. You must put scoreboard pressure on when you've got momentum.
Boundary throw in, Ryder doing the tap ruck work, got it down here to Lonigan. His kick was smothered beautifully by Marty Clark, picked up by Stannon, 48 metres out, punt road end. Lloyd has marked deep in the pocket, looked to play on, he should have been called to play on, he went off the mark. And the umpire says go back now to the perimeter piping and kick the goal. He was off for his 900th career goal. Left foot banana. No. Got it to the near side. Pretty ordinary effort by his lofty standards, and a minor score. 5 behinds to Collingwood 2-1-13.
It's a disgraceful attempt at Chibunana, Bristol.
He didn't seem to be as composed as he normally is.
Definitely rushed it. Rocker off the ground. Dale Thomas comes on, so he's on Dustin Fletcher. So it'll be interesting to see whether Fletcher stays on Thomas.
Leon Davis brings it in, kicks it to himself.
Well, the option is to swap McPhee, who's got Cloak, so we'll just watch what happens.
There's a little bounce, gets it off to Pendlebury. His out wide ball to back-to-back Jack, and a long one down from him. He's not bad looking for McAfee. He's parked under the footy now, he's got a couple to beat. And it will be a bounced ball, about 60 out from Collingwood City end goal.
Triple M Carlton natural blonde stats. Essendon tracking at 25% kicking efficiency inside their forward 50.
Gaz, you called it beautifully. Fletcher's now gone to Cloak.
I said McAfee, it's McAfee. 5 points to Essendon, 2-1-13 Collingwood. This ball's locked up, and again, it'll be balled up exactly the same spot. Beautiful conditions on ANZAC Day. What do you think, Brian? 85?
Yep, at least.
And that is a great result. It's a famous football day now on the calendar. Work down to the ground. Thomas got it off to Swan. Around the body he went. Pendlebury clever to Thomas. Now Lee Brown with a left foot tumbler. Fletcher parked there with Cloak. It's a dangerous ball, about 15 out from Collingwood's goal. The composure was with the Essendon defence, and now they're away.
Stanton and halfback takes the mark right in front of the MCC members, which is missing about 5,000. We'll come back to that in a moment. It was nice, Spud. Got it to Lovett Murray right on the tit. He took a couple of bounces, didn't know which way to go. Got it to Lloyd, 70 metres out. He kicks it backwards and finds Stanton.
Yeah, they'd love it in the middle. They had to go to. This is the first time they got into some space, the Bombers, and Collingwood have done well to stop them at half forward.
Stanton with a low ball. Here's Lucas. Let's see what sort of jukes he's got. Never looked like it. Gary, you're quite right. Marty Clark here, handball off to the sack, Goldsack around the corner with a pretty ordinary kick. Tuvey in front, picked up the ball, gave it to Lockie, he'll get one in the back. Umpire said no. Davey picked it up, gave it to Lovett. Lovett, in fact. Lovett from the point of the straight half forward. Here comes Leroy. Leon's there as well. Oh, Leon got him out of it. I think Senior already got him there. Leon nailed him. Kick out wide, looking for McAfee, but Dempsey takes the mark. It's coming back by Dempsey. Dempsey to Lucas. Lucas has dropped the chest mark, uncontested. He is out of form. Unbelievably. Brown fumbled the ball as well. Oh no! Scotty Lucas has dropped an absolute pud. Absolute pud it was.
Just on the stats BT, they've gone to Lucas 5 times inside the forward 50, Gary, for 1 disposal, Scotty Lucas.
He's in the horror spot. He's got to come off, give him a spell, because his feet, he's going to ground too, which to me says he's shot. He's out of bounds now on centre wing. We'll get a boundary throw in. But his feet go from him because he doesn't trust himself to stand up in a contest, and he just falls over and dropped the chest mark.
1999 105 1 for a text at any stage throughout the day, and this one here from Matt. Absolutely disgusting to see the 5,000 or so seats currently spare at the top of the MCC members. I agree, the MCC must address this problem. It continually holds the big crowds back.
Dempsey, one-on-one against Thomas. It was a good battle. Footy's on the ground now on the outer wing. Thomas, a very hard tackle. O'Brien involved as well. And the umpire's going to bounce the ball. Scoreboard, Collingwood 2-1-13. Essendon 5 behinds. We've played 20 minutes. First quarter, Anzac Day.
They've taken 9 marks, Essendon, and been only able to play on 2 occasions.
O'Brien on to Pendlebury. Beautiful forward handball. Fraser, left foot around the body, tumbles inside 50. McPhee meets the ball hard. Dyson gets wrapped up in a tackle by Beams. McCaffrey might have been involved as well. And it'll be bounced about 48 out from the City end goal.
Mick Malthouse will be frustrated at the moment, Gaz, because they're trying to get Slattery to play full back. At the moment they've got Medhurst. That's a win for Collingwood, but the unfortunate part about it, they can't get the ball to him.
New ball being required here. The umpire said this one's no good anymore, and they've called for a new ball. Let's quickly go down to Doc and recap on Hill. Doc, tell us what happened and what you think the current situation is as we replace the ball.
Yeah, left knee injury, first 2 minutes of the game. David Hill on the lateral side. It looked like he locked up his knee and came off, got carried off the ground. Brian went down. He's sitting on the bench. He's had no treatment whatsoever since he came up. No ice, no bandage. Doc Reed, the Essendon doctor, is on the phone at the present time, having spoken to Hill about 30 seconds ago, so he may be making a call to get him off somewhere for a scan, etc.
Okay, we may well do that. Here is the ball at centre half forward at the moment. Goldsack got it out to Harry O'Brien, who's lurked down from the half back to the half forward. Taking it out of his hands is Jeddah. He got escorted by Leroy. But look at Harry O'Brien in amongst all of that. Got it to the Irishman Clark, wrong-footed on his right. So he just turned back into the middle on the left, gave a dodgy looking handball over the top to Pendlebury. He gathered a very hard ball. Long ball comes in forward. Medhurst has marked 25 out, slight angle. McCaffrey comes for a spell.
Guys, that's the matchup that Mick Malthouse has been trying to fabricate for the last 15 minutes to get Slattery to full back. He started on McCaffrey, he kicked a goal, then he goes up the ground, they keep walking Slattery back to full back, and now Medhurst has got an opportunity to kick his second on Slattery.
Medhurst comes in. He's a left to right worker of the ball. This one at the City end, slightly on the northern side, 25 metres out, wee bit of angle about it. Kick on the way is left to right, and he nails it. Collingwood fans are liking it because they've got 3-1-19. The Bombers yet to kick a goal, 5 behinds. Let's go down to Doc.
Yeah, David Hill has left the bench and gone to the Essendon rooms with Ian Reynolds, the other doctor at Essendon, Brian. So he limped quite heavily, so I reckon they've conceded that he's done for the Anzac Day game. Whether they send him off or not, we'll keep up with it.
That's amazing work, Doc, to see the doctor on the phone down there booking him in for a scan, and he's off to hospital now. Great stuff.
It's great. It's the benefit of having our man there. I'm not panicking if I'm an Essendon supporter. They had the ball through the middle of the ground and they ran Collingwood off their legs. It's just an unfortunate bounce for both Davey and also Lovett, who were gone, came back the other way, and Collingwood had 4 blokes behind the ball. That's where it came to them.
Triple M rocks footy out of the centre. It's the Bombers through Stanton, taking the ground. Little handball on the up to Lonergan. Too hot for him. Bit of tunnel ball there from the Maggies. No one's clean. A soccer off the ground to half forward. Lloyd. He also wasn't clean, but he slaps it wide in search of Jeddah. Look at Big Presty in game number 200. Did brilliantly well. Handball from Beams. Worked nicely to Lockyer. To half forward he goes in search of Medhurst. Couldn't take the mark, but got off the chain. And the snap from Medhurst. Oh, misses. Near side just. 3-2-20 Collingwood. 5 behinds Essendon.
The Essendon coaching box will be looking at Slattery, trying to get him away from fullback. He went to ground under no pressure there.
Kick back into play, knocked down by Swan. Davey got hold of it. Handball out wide to Stanton on the northern wing. Got time to sum up the kick. The kick is good to Lucas. Got the dupes out. Dropped it again. Dropped it again. He cannot catch a thing at the moment, Lucas. Monfrey's inside ball. Good grab. Mark is taken here by Winderlick. And he'll line up for goal. 40 out, almost directly in front.
Well, you've got to try. Prestigiacomo and Brown and O'Brien are reasonably comfortable out of the goal square. I'd be happy to have Lloyd play out of the square, but don't let O'Brien and Brown just defend against Lucas, and that's why Winderlick's a good option, or someone else out of the square.
Look at Scotty's hands at the moment. Winderlick comes in, 40 metres out for the Bombers' first goal. He's drilled it. Bombers excited. Gary thought that it was potentially going to happen at any stage. 1-5-11, 3-2-20 Collingwood, Triple M scoreboard.
You're right, Gary. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Essendon are prepping away for the goals, and eventually they'll go through the middle like Winderlink there. And that's a good move from Matty Knight to put Winderlink down there. But Lucas, they've gone to him 6 times, Gary, for not one result in mark. At some stage, you've got to use him as the decoy.
Yeah, they're sticking with him too, which I didn't agree with. But anyway, that's why he's the coach and we're up here. But as I said earlier, the leg speed of Essendon is going to cause Collingwood some problems. Don't worry, they just haven't been sure enough at the moment to take advantage of it. But when they get out in some space and are running, they look very dangerous.
Been watching Lee Brown, boys. He continually bumping into Dustin Fletcher, who's on Anthony Rocker. No doubt that's a ploy.
It's a 9-point lead for Collingwood as we're back in the centre. Ryder doing some nice competing at ground level with Pendlebury, who tried to slap it out of there. And I think Two-Man, we're going to have a bounce.
Yeah, Scott Pendlebury, JB, leading stat winner for the Pies. 9 disposals, 4 clearances for the Bombers, 9 to Stanton.
So the restart. Ryder, who's going to do the ruck duties all day, you'd suspect. Alwyn Davey not able to get it out of there. Harry O got it to Marty Clark. And now it is with Goldsack. Sideways to Thomas. Little inching ball to Swan. Sort of wing half forward. He goes downfield, and there is Leroy Brown, and he wasn't strong enough for the Dukes to take that grab. Brings it away, looking for Jetta.
Great kick.
And/or Monfries, and Monfries took it on the wing.
Now Lucas has got an opportunity.
Long ball from Monfries. Inside 50 to Lucas. Again, not really anywhere near it, but got this handball off to Lloyd. His handball was broken up. On the ground, scrapping hard was Cox. Lucas gets it out of there. High ball towards full forward, no one home. Bounces in vacant turf. It is Harry O having to go back with Alwyn Davey. They can't rush it through anymore, you've got to remember. Now it's a scramble. Possum Eyes tries to get it out of there. Tuvey. Harry O's playing very nicely back there, and the Maggies are away.
Oh, Pendlebury, great awareness. Got it to Clark. He's the pressure. Went just the one Duke, Big Josh. He's pursued by Ryder, and Ryder almost stuffed it right in his mouth with the smother. Went over the line, out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in half forward for the Bombers. Their fans like their renewed enthusiasm.
Well, the tackles, Essendon 21, Collingwood 19. Both sides will have 80 tackles if they keep this work rate up.
Carlton Natural Blonde Stats coming your way today on Triple M Football. Here's Fraser doing the ruck work, a double-handed knockdown, looking for Pendlebury. Somehow Watson got through the pack, a little dribble along the ground of Monfries. He's got a good turning circle, couldn't gain control of the ball. Tuvey to the boundary line, happy to see it over. And it is now just because I tell you what, it was pinned to him.
He was going to ping Tuvey until that bound jump I blew the whistle. Ryder having to go in the ruck against Hill could worry Josh Fraser.
Umpire balls it up, here's Ryder. Knocks it straight to Pendlebury. A left foot banana on the boundary line, edging towards Lockyer. Lockyer happy to let it bounce. Here's Cloak, been out of touch. Got a little handball off to Lockyer. And a free kick will go against Cloak for a throw. And in fact, it will go to Pearce, I think.
Tate. Got it on the wing, right in front of the dock. And the Bombers, 1-5, trail Collingwood 3-2. Pearce, long ball inside 50, about a minute left. Lucas! Again, they're just Dukes, not getting him anywhere near the Sharon. Free kick is going to go to Pendlebury for high contact.
What forwards want, JB, is one-on-ones. And Lucas has 6 one-on-ones in his first quarter and has just dropped the put.
Maybe it's that fluid sack on his elbow that's causing him some problems.
He really tried to mark it in his elbow then.
High down the line go the Maggies. Dale Thomas is going to run onto it. Dodges no one, has a bounce, left foot inside 50. Cloak!
Good grab.
Good doubler. And he takes it. That's the difference at the other end, Spud, as we go down to the dock.
What kills you?
No, I can definitely say not the big burster on the elbow, boys. It's the sun coming in is the only excuse I'll give him because the elbow's not affecting his marking.
I don't think there's any doubt they kicked to this end of the ground because of the sun. At least then Cloak had I'm not using that as an excuse for Scotty Lucas because God knows he's
been here for 100 years though, Gary.
Yeah, but you might as well mark without having to look into it in the first quarter if you've got control over it.
A big kick this one to turn a 9-point lead into a 15-point lead at quarter time. Travis Cloak, 40 out, tight angle, city end. Drop punt on the way. Oh, he loves it. Listen to the Maggies fans going absolutely bloody nuts. Got one again on the siren, as they did last week, I reckon, with the same bloke. 4-2-26 Collingwood. 1-5-11 Essendon. Quarter time Anzac Day. Gary Lyon next. Spud Frawley next. Brian Taylor next. The Two Man and the Doc. Triple M rocks football.
That quarter for National Tiles. With their everyday low prices, now you can get a quality finish for less.
For McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Available via the Uber Eats app.
As we honour Australia's bravest,
Lest we forget.
relive the 2009 Anzac Day Classic between the Pies and Bombers.
Oh, we love it.
As for McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Simply Energy.
Simply Energy, powering up the AFL.
Collingwood advantage at the first break. Let's go down to Doc Larkins and recap the Hill injury. Doc.
Yeah, skipper David Hill from the Bombers will not be returning today after injuring the left knee in the first 2 minutes of the game, Brian. I suspect what's been happening while he's been off the ground is the knee surgeon for Essendon, who's at the ground, has actually been down in the rooms having a look at his knee, but there's no doubt he's got a problem in the lateral side of his knee, probably a torn cartilage, which may require an arthroscope and obviously 3 or 4 weeks at best. Hopefully no worse than that. So David Hill out of action very early in the game with a left knee injury and won't return.
All right, Doc Larkins down there. Let's get the stats from you, Ash, the Carlton Natural Blonde stats.
Leading disposal winners, BT, for the Magpies, 12 to Pendlebury and 5 clearances, and for the Bombers, 10 to Stanton.
Oh, geez, we're just watching Scott Camporelli. He's just got into senior coach mode. Now, they just didn't get their hands on the footy enough. Well done to Collingwood. They needed that goal at the end to get reward for effort. The actual possession count is 31 more possessions in a quarter to Collingwood. Therefore, the advantage I think Essendon will have eventually is their run and carry. Play-ons at the moment, Collingwood 10, Essendon 3. Running bounces, Collingwood 7, Essendon 3. They haven't got the game out into the open where they can use their run and speed at the moment, the Bombers.
Scott Pendlebury's the difference, Gaz. He's had 12 disposals. He's going to 100%. So he has hit the target with all 12. So he'd be the one I would be in the Essendon box to say we need to nail him because we're not using it well.
And his 3 opponents in that time have not had a possession while they've played on him. So he's 12 zip.
Lucas, 7 times they went to him, Gary, for not a great result. So Matty Knights, and I think this is good. He's bringing him up the ground. And in the goal square, we've got Winderlink and Lloyd. So that's a great start for the Bombers there.
All right, speaking of starting, we're about to start the second term. 15-point leaders, the Magpies, as the umpire holds the ball aloft and then slams it into the turf. Ryder's got to sit underneath the footy. It's held to the body of Hocking, and I think you're going to have a second bounce. Tell you what, Gary, they wouldn't want anything to go wrong with Paddy Ryder.
No.
No option C, I wouldn't have thought.
Dusty go in there.
Exactly right. Ryder unable to get a hand to it, and we say that because Hill, as you heard from the Doc, is out for the day with a cartilage meniscus lock. Fraser's kick forward, a real tumbler. Ends up with Swan. He was dispossessed. Handball back was no good from Essendon. It comes to McCaffer. He wasn't able to get his handball clear either. And now Dusty Fletcher cools things down. Looks for Dempsey. Gets one hand to it. Thomas with him. Ball out of play. 48 out from the punt road end goal. Magpies heading in that direction.
Well done, Dale Thomas, on that occasion. Could have easily given a free kick away, but used his body well.
Boundary thrown, attacking 50, punt road end for the Pies. Boundary umpire getting the ball a little bit low. Lift a game there, Umpy. As Dempsey tries to break out of the Thomas tackle. Nothing doing there.
Gone Lovett on to Lovett on Jackson Barham out the back. I'm just trying to pick up who's got Pendlebury.
Umpire Sean Ryan.
Hocking.
In charge here. Attacking 50, ball up, stoppage for the Pies. Cloak doing the ruck work, knocked it down. Pendlebury, a little give out wide to Cloak. Swan's there as well. He was sat on by Stanton and tackled with help of McPhee over the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw. It hasn't been the greatest spectacle to watch this one so far.
Pendlebury and Hocking. Pendlebury not happy with the tactics. Hocking off the ball there, Gary. Just a bit of wrestling.
There's a blue for the ages, Spud. Like me being in a fight. Kick comes to Stanton, but he is unable to get his foot to the footy. And it rolls out of bounds again.
Hocking's playing on the most dangerous player on the ground at the moment, and he was third man up in a ruck contest just prior to that last ball up. I mean, just stay with your man, son.
Forward 50, punt road end. Magpies heading in that direction. Ryder and Cloak. Cloak slaps it to a dangerous place. Fletcher's in some trouble. Got it away to McPhee. Around the body. Pears on the other side of the ground, able to pick it up, and Lovett can just go. Has a bounce. I think he's an Anzac Day medalist today. He's gone by Lovett. Goes with an interior ball to Lovett. Murray. He takes it on the wing. Further afield to Alwyn Davey. It bounces in front of him. A little brrr here and a brrr there. And then around he goes very, very nicely to Dyson. Inside 50. Left foot from Ricky Dyson. Misses. And a behind at the city end for the Bombers, who have won 6-12. Magpies 4-2-26.
Need to do that all the time, Essendon. Play on at all costs. The first 15 minutes, they were stagnant. That was exciting play.
That's the best way of winning the game.
I want you to keep a stat on today, how many times Cox from fullbacks kicks it to Leon Davis on the kick-in. They are best mates, and it happened a lot last week, and it's already happened twice in this game. Here is Leon Davis in the back pocket at the northern stand, shady end of the ground.
I think Leon's got to get up and get running and get some possessions over the forwards.
Sizzling kick to the 200 gamer and Presti goes wide with a shorties ball to Harry O'Brien on the southern wing. His run and kick to McCaffrey is precise. McCaffrey takes the mark, turns around, pinpoint ball to Jack.
No.
First touch for Jack, I think, Ash.
Second touch, BT.
On the Carlton natural blind stats, goes forward to Medhurst. A little bit uppish was the ball, knocked away by Slattery. And we'll have a boundary throw in deep in Collingwood's punt road attacking zone. They lead it 26 to the Bombers, 12 on the McDonald scoreboard.
Bad option there. An Anthony Rocker on the top of the square.
Throw in Rocker, contests the ruck with Fletcher. McPhee picks it up, bangs it out of there. Down the line, it bounces in front of Barham, also in front of Brown. Brown's able to pick it up for the Magpies. The kick's a shocker. Side of the boot job. Simple mark drop by Jobe Watson. Here's Leon. Handball away to Swan. Swan at the top of the square. Thomas just couldn't take it. Cloak. Handball away from goal to McCaffrey. Standing start. Snap. Thomas in the square. Couldn't take the mark. McPhee comes in and puts boot to ball.
Sockers it off the ground. Got it towards Lonigan. A bit of time. Here comes Leon. Here comes Thomas. Beautiful handball to back to McPhee. McPhee now able to run and carry the ball just ever so slightly. Got it to centre half back McPhee. Now hurried with the kick forward. Missed Lloyd on the lead. Presti Giacomo goes back, makes it tough for him. Lloyd's got hold of it now, centre half forward. Tries to duck out of the tackle, but Harry's there. A little bit pacey on the ball for Barham. Just went and got it again, Harry. He loves the whole meaning of this day, Harry O'Brien. I'm telling you, wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the day he wins the ANZAC Day medal. He loves it. Here's Swan on the northern wing. Handball to Cloak. Cloak about 70 metres out from Collingwood's punt road goal. Looking to drive it at the top of the square. It's a good looking kick. That's the one that Spud wanted to Rocker. Up they go. There's a contest in the air. Comes to ground. And now a kick by Watson finds on this occasion Hocking.
Hocking gets the handball off. This is the sort of stuff Spud wants to see. Some dare, some risk taking, some through the centre stuff. Dyson with a long ball forward. At the back, love it.
Magnificent.
Able to take the mark. Beautiful kick from Dyson, and he's about 20 out, tightish angle.
They definitely look better, the Bombers, when they take the game on, especially through the middle of the ground. That was a beautiful kick to love it. Not a lot Cox could do with that.
Yeah, we mentioned the play-ons and the running bounces. It was 10-3 play-ons, Collingwood at quarter time, running bounces, Collingwood 7-3. The last 5 minutes, Spud, the play-ons have turned round and the running bounces, they're carrying the footy.
Andrew Lovett for the first goal of the second term. 20 metres out, city end. Tightish angle, as I said. Set shot, low and straight. Bombers draw first blood in the second stanza. 2-6-18, Collingwood 4-2-26. Game on. ANZAC Day. McDonald scoreboard, Doc.
Yes, and just got a little concerns with Matty Lloyd, though, James. He's just got a corky in the upper right thigh around the right hip region. Physio's been out to him. He's running around, but just watch him right side thigh, boys.
What Collingwood need to do in their forward half, Gary, is hold the play up. They need to man the mark with their life because they allow Essendon to play on. They're quicker. They are quicker teams, so they need to hold them up and tackle them.
Well, when you looked at the national anthem and the camera panned along the faces of this side, they are a young side and they play their best footy. That win against Carlton was here and they just ran and ran and ran.
On the scoreboard at the moment, an 8-point lead Collingwood's way. McDonald style, down to the middle right up. Got it to Hocking. Hocking banged it up inside 50. An attempt at mark was fantastic, and it's Lonigan has marked it 45 metres out directly in front.
Unbelievable mark. He almost was spoiling it backhand style.
Dan Lonigan.
A lunging dive style thing for the boy, the wax model. He looks so perfect.
I think Shannon Cox, he's a bloke that you can take back to the square too if you get a chance.
There is Lonigan from right on the red line that represents 50 to the city end. A good-looking kick. Successive goals for the first time in the game to the Bombers. They're up and about. Lonergan's liking his own work, and why not? His first goal. And the Bombers are all of a sudden within 2 points of the McDonald scoreboard.
They're all over the Pies at the moment. And adversity, McPhee started in the forward line. Now, at the start of this quarter, he's had 5 disposals. He was starting as a forward, but the run and carry McPhee's giving the Bombers at the moment is really helping them. So I know Hill's off the ground is a big loss.
And the other thing, Spud, to flow on is that McPhee's working there. I tell you what, Paddy Ryder in the centre is getting up and over the top of Josh Fraser on occasions.
Kicked 3 of the last 4 in this match, the Bombers. Kevin Rudd sits next to the chairman of the AFL Commission, Mike Fitzpatrick, on the Ace of Gemstone screen. As there is Paddy Ryder.
Look
a
at
big
him.
high leap, Gary.
Look at him, Jim.
He's a Spring Hill Jack.
He is.
Out of the centre, no clearance. And an umpire coming in saying, I want to bounce it again.
He gets involved in the follow-up too. It gives Fraser something to think about. He would have been preparing all week for David Hill.
This could be the coming out match for Paddy Ryder. Down to the cheesy O'Brien. High to centre half forward. Dempsey going back, got hands to it, couldn't take it. Fletcher off the pack nicely, sits it out in front of Jenner. Cox is out there as well.
Whoa.
I just ran past the pill, Cox. He's got a mate out there trying to help him out in O'Brien. Cox goes back after a good O'Brien tackle, but that kick's no good. Out in the full. A pretty uncomposed 5 seconds or 10 seconds there from Cox.
He don't look fit to me, Cox. He's got a bit of a guts on him and a bit of a backside.
Lucas takes a mark as his first of the day, Ash, on the stat sheet.
Yeah, BT, it is indeed.
Kicks inside 50, Miss Lloyd on the lead, and now an opportunity here for Tuvey. Handball to Leon, putting him under the pressure. In fact, it went straight to Davey. Leon stripped him of the ball, kept it alive near the boundary line. Beautiful one-handed stuff it was.
Nice.
Sold some foot candy as well. Underground handball, which is a skill in itself. Got it up to Harry O'Brien. Harry O'Brien works out a defence advantage, won't be paid. It'll go to the Bombers, in fact. Looks like it's going to be Lovett. Out wide.
Davey.
Okay, Elwyn Davey it is. Gives it back to Lovett now. Now Lovett will kick the ball forward. Here's Ryder. Got a chance to jump on Fraser. Fraser did well to work the front position. Ball on the ground. Windelick arrives first. Tackled by O'Brien. Now they go to ground. Tuvey in front of Ryder. Got some numbers here. Cox tackled. Did he drop the ball or did he get rid of it legally? Umpire said it was okay. O'Brien handball across the face of goal to Fraser. Fraser out the northern side with a high ball. Thomas has got to do some good work here, and he does. Plays on, caught Dempsey off guard. Forced a kick on his left boot. It's a beautiful looking kick to Rocker. He takes the mark against Fletcher. Collingwood are going forward. Cloak's got good body position on his man McPhee. The kick's a little bit too strong. Cloak works back to the top of the square. Couldn't control it. McPhee did well. Worried him out of it. Well done, McPhee.
Run.
And now Dyson tidies up for the Bombers.
And they can load up from halfback through Hocking. He needs to release the pill. Does so now into the middle. Zaharakis to half forward. Leroy Jetta in front of Cox. Neither could take it. Cox at ground level did well. Handball off to Barham. Sneaking forward here is Lockyer. Look at Davey run him down, but he got it off to Leon at centre half forward. Half forward flank. He's too far out, you'd think.
Starting to catch fire a bit though, Leon. He's starting to have an influence. He's got to get up over the centre, Bristle. I reckon he's been doing too much work behind the ball. He's very creative and dangerous. He's got to get forward a bit.
Has he got this trip, Bristle?
Don't think so. I don't know whether he's got a bit of a wind behind him, but if there's no wind behind him, I'm not sure that he's got it.
He might be going barrel style.
He might be going the Tory.
He might just slip this sideways for a little torpy. No, he sits a high drop punt, but I tell you what, it's got plenty of juice, but it's missed to the right-hand side punt road end for a behind. 4-3, plays 3-6, Triple M McDonald scoreboard.
Lucas takes the kick in mark and looking to play on, but Ryder wasn't ready to go, and so Lucas forced to go back to the punt road end where he finds Fletcher with a kick that wasn't awarded to Mark because it wasn't 15. Short kick to Monfries. Cannoned into the ground by Thomas, and that's 50. Drove him into the ground after he'd marked the ball.
That was unnecessary to keep going.
Here umpire Sean Ryan, exclusively Mike for Triple M Football, explaining. Don't forget 1999-1051. Text at any time. We read them on the screen.
Now Leon Davis, 5 of his 7 possessions, Brian, have been behind the centre circle for Carlton Natural Blonde.
Handball off, comes from Monfries to Fletcher. Driving ball inside 50, up they fly. No Windelick mark. Comes down to Harry O'Brien. He dropped the ball. He certainly didn't handball it or kick it. Off the ground, it comes out wide here for the Magpies by Tuvey. And finds the MCC members' boundary line, and will have a boundary throw in the Bombers' end.
The issue for Mick Malthouse at the moment, Rocker's not having a great game. Cloak is getting destroyed by McPhee. You can't possibly keep both players in the goal square, so Anthony Rocker has to push up the ground. He hasn't got the legs or fitness.
Fraser to the front. Cox picks it up, instantly claims, slung and handballed at the same time. Jetta now. Winderlick picked up by Myers and a squaring ball. Oh no, they got in each other's way. Lucas again crashed into his own man. It goes by the name of Lonigan.
Lonigan's hurt.
He knocked it out and then it come back in. So,
Jack Anthony has got to have a crack out of the goal square for Collingwood, Spud. I reckon he's been a little bit confused since the Rockets come back as Lonigan limps to the bench.
It's like he's got leg problems. Doc will tell us about that in a sec. 45 out from the Bombers' goal. We've got a bounce. Cox again picks it up. The look away handball missed its target. Myers over the footy. Pendlebury involved there as well. Centre half forward. Umpire wants it. Doc, we go down to you.
I think you unkindly called him the wax man, Sam Lonigan, before, James, but certainly his right leg is being helped off the ground by the Doc and the physio. Got crashed into by Scotty Lucas, who's not having the best of days. Seems like it's around the hip or the cork area they're going to assess him.
Come back to you in a moment for an assessment there, Doc, on Lonigan. An important one if they lose another one. Here's Winderlick. Dropping the ball. He took them on. And the advantage wasn't really there, but Tooby shook the tackle of Jetta.
Good tackle.
In fact, it was Zaharakis. Ball now on the ground, picked up there by Swan. To Beams, to Fraser. Handball not great. Fraser has to dodge the Lovett tackle. The pressure forced the turnover. It spills to Ryder. He's looking for someone to give it to. Gave it to Watson, thought about the kick. That was a better handball. Got it out wide to Jetta. Jetta 60 metres out, run down by Tooby. Almost kicked the ball out of bounds on the fall. It'll be punched over the line. In the end, he took too long deciding what he wanted to do. It's 27-24, Collingwood's way. McDonald's scoreboard.
Lloydie just giving Leroy Jetta a little piece of his mind as Winderlick.
Too cute, Jim.
Yes, exactly, Gary.
Too cute.
Big game, 85,000. Get the bloody thing in there. Christ almighty, Dyson. Side of his boot. Love it. Murray's going to run onto this. He's got some wheels and some tricks. Gets around McCaffer. Handball. Finds Stanton. He's tucked against the line. Inside, outside. Sits it to the top of the square. All Collingwood. Dane Swan takes the mark. Last line of defence. City end. But I tell you what, this one's even. 24-27. Pies by 3 points. Lockyer, half-back.
On the half-back line, Triple M rocking football here at the G on ANZAC Day. A good-looking ball into Beams. Beams in the middle of the ground, runs. Penetrating run it is. Drives inside 50. Leon's one out. Got a hand there, almost took a one-juker. Would have been a magical thing if he did. Ball not free. Picked up by Rocker. Here comes Leon for a second go. Beautiful play. Fended off about 8 players. Got the handball out the back door. Leon to go forward with a kick. Finds McCaffer. McCaffer to kick his second goal in league football. Missed.
Oh no.
Off to the right-hand side of the minor score. Collingwood by 4 points on the McDonald's scoreboard.
I think Leon Davis is sparking this side. 7 possessions for the quarter, Brian. They need his creativity up forward. I think he's having a large impact on this game.
Ricky Dyson, little one, not far enough to Fletcher, the distributor. Gets the handball off. And the Bombers come towards the members' side. Angus Monfries, brave player, takes a good mark.
They've got to get in the corridor. They look most dangerous when they run through the middle of the ground. This is better.
Do here, Ricky Dyson, backward of the corridor.
Much better.
Goes to Lovett Murray. Wider still to Pears. It bounces in front of that player. He can't pick it up. He's got the cheese on him, O'Brien. Pears gets reefed into the ground. Lovett tries to pick the footy up.
Great effort, O'Brien.
Can't do so. And the Magpies bring it away down the line, looking for back-to-back Jack Anthony. He gets a run on in front of Myers, gets the bouncing ball to Tarkin Lockyer. He's going to square it unselfishly, and it lands for Cloak. Cloak spins around and misses after a mix-up with Lee Brown. So behind for Collingwood, the result 4-5 to 3-6.
That's a man out of form, Travis Cloak.
It certainly is, but he had to go for the ball. He was trying to be too unselfish there. Lee Brown was running flat out. Lee Brown had to slow down, so yours, Travis.
Text message here, 1991051 from Stuart. Have the Pies gone too tall? The Bombers seem to be running harder than their opposition.
Well, that's the thing. They've got the leg speed. It's just whether they can convert opportunities or not.
Well, Rocker's coming off the ground now. And now the Bombers go forward. Score is 29-24, Collingwood's way. Close second quarter. Cox the knockdown to Davis. Another real nice possession. Found O'Brien, sliding diving mark. Dished off to Harry O'Brien. A deliberate pinpoint pass. Cut off on this occasion here. Might have been this man here in Pears. Got the short kick and finds his intended target to Lucas.
Credit to Lucas. He's still working hard.
He is taking the last 3 marks that he's gone for. The kick to Lloyd over the head, knocked away. And now Collingwood have got Marty Clark behind the ball. A centering ball opens the Bombers up. Oh, Beans couldn't hold the mark. It spills to Ryder. Here goes Lovett. Gives the handball off to Zaharakis. Little kick around the body. Oh, collision time. And it was Tuvey that went hard and high.
Very well done. Kick to half forward now for the Magpies. Medhurst leads in the race. Just tunnelled it across looking for Thomas. His pickup was clean. Handball back to Medhurst. Oh, he had a bit of a glimpse because McPhee was coming at him. Pushing the back on McPhee.
Not sure that's been Paul Medhurst's most glorious moment.
50 metres. So let's have a shot on goal after this.
I don't think he was frightened. I reckon he was sort of trying to feint to go around him.
It's a bit like the ruckman doing the centre, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like he didn't crap himself, but he thought, if I let him go, he's expecting me to go for the ball, then I'll pick it up.
So McPhee, outside 50. Take his absolute Sunday best to goal from here to the city end. Blustery day, swirling breeze inside this great Coliseum. Drop punt. Oh, he's hit it well. He's hit it very well. He's got it the whole way.
No one on the line.
Bombers have hit the front. The Bombers lead it by a point. McPhee from downtown. And they hit the front for the first time in the day. 30 plays 29. McDonald scoreboard, Doc.
And that was a ripper kick. I think he did have the breeze against him for that time when he kicked. Lonergan back up, trying to run through. A big corky in the right buttock, boys. Just can't flex the hip through or kick. So they're just trying to run Lonergan, see if they can free him up. But he'll stay sore.
I tell you, talk about Harry O'Brien. Well, McPhee is putting his hand up for the ANZAC Day medal. He had 7 disposals this quarter and kicked a goal. The big issue for Matty Knights is can Paddy Ryder run out the game? He has not had a change in the ruck. Josh Fraser and Lee Brown are both rotating on Ryder.
Carlton natural blonde stats. Pendlebury statless this quarter.
Dribbling Rocks football out of the middle they go. Collingwood trail for the first time today by 1 point. They go forward now. Beams, little kick around the body, finds Pendlebury. He takes the mark from just forward of the wing. Left foot kick goes inside 50 looking for Anthony. Marks on the chest. 35 metres out. Very difficult angle right behind this.
Yeah, Spud, Cloak off the ground. It's meant that he's gone to play conventional full forward. Now he kicked all those goals early in the year and in the end of the NAB Cup playing conventional full forward. I think you've got to give him a crack at it because he's looked lost everywhere else.
Lonergan okay, Doc, you reckon?
Oh, he's not going to be 100%, Brian. They're going to try and get him back on, but they're just trying to free up the cork buttock.
To stop the run of Bomber goals, which is 3 in a row at the moment. Here is Anthony from a very, very acute angle. That is a beautiful looking kick. It's a goal. Jack Anthony has threaded one from a deep angle on the northern side of the punt road end. And Collingwood hit back to lead by 5 points. 20-minute mark, McDonald scoreboard, second quarter.
Gary, a call for 5 minutes ago to put Anthony to full forward, kicks a goal. There's no doubt Mick Malthouse has got Cloak and Rocker off the ground. Cloak's only had the 4 disposals, Rocker 6, McPhee continually running off. So I think that's good coaching to know that your big forwards aren't marking the ball, and already they look more mobile.
I really like it, and it had to happen because you got Medhurst now, you got Anthony, you got Dale Thomas and Tarkin Lockyer. It's a completely different mix to Anthony, Cloak and Rocker. So I think it's a much needed move. Could have come a bit earlier, and they got a great result early.
Leading disposal winners on the ground, 15 to Swan for the Bombers, 12 to Stanton.
Mick may have Transistor in the box as a high one to half forward. Has happened before, Gary. Ball lands in vacant turf. Cox controlled it well.
Not the Essendon boss, because Scott Lucas will be home by now.
Off to Swan. They should have it on in there, Gary. Thomas was unable to take it. A little fingertip gets barreled over by Lovett Murray. And the throw in about 80 out from the Magpies punt road end goal. 5-5 to 4-6. Good game of footy in front of a great crowd on a perfect day. Throw in. Fraser to the front. Stanton taken when he didn't have it. Will get a free.
Stanton, thank you.
Paddy Ryder's had 7 tackles, 10 hit-outs. There's no doubt they will have to give him a spell, though. You'd nearly have to put Lucas in the ruck just for 5 minutes to run him around. It might run him into form.
Good kick to Lovett Murray. Sits it up out wide. Here comes Lloyd. Bounces in front of him and Big Presty. Foot race now. Prestigiacomo and Lloyd. Lloyd gets a good body lick on Presty and then gets the handball inboard to Leroy Jetta. Picks it up. Left foot ball. It might have been Hocking. Left foot ball.
Dyson.
Left foot ball. Could have even been Dyson. I'll go through the whole list, Gary. It's gone bloody well. 6 Bombers, 5-5-35 Collingwood. Fantastic stuff at the G on the Triple M McDonald scoreboard.
Yeah, Ricky Dyson is Leon's man, so he's taken Leon deep into the back half and lost him in traffic. He's had 8 possessions for the quarter as Dyson, so he and Leon are having a bit of a shootout.
Hill going down, it really does hurt, but they're looking quicker. The issue is they've only got 3 on the bench, the rotations. They probably need to be 4 or 5 up at three-quarter time. Hill going down means the rotation aren't as great for Essendon, but they're full of running at the moment.
Danny Frawley on Triple M football. McDonald scoreboard. It is the Bombers by a point out of the middle. They get the break again. Here's Ryder. Quick hands. Nice ball to Watson from 52 metres out. Missed badly to the right. Kicked it out of bounds on the full in the end. And it'll be Preston Giacomo to whack it back into play. Finds Cox. A little handball over the top. He goes out wide with a short kick to half-back, and Swan's there.
Swan over the top to the Brazilian Anaconda. O'Brien, a long ball. At the back, it's Leroy Brown with hands to it. Couldn't take it. Dispossessed was Dusty Fletcher.
Good umpiring.
Footy up is Pears.
Very good umpiring.
Got it to McPhee. McPhee to Lovett Murray. He didn't actually take the ball, perhaps intentionally, but now it's a scramble. The Essendon defence under enormous pressure. I tell you what, Fletcher's been very good back there.
Outstanding.
And McPhee's been good too, but that wasn't great. Handball to Jobe Watson, Pendlebury there as well. He got it off to Swan. Swan inside 50 looking for Thomas. Slattery with him got the fist away. Ball about half forward for the Magpies. Slattery went to ground, tunnelled it out of play. And deliberate is the call.
Hey, Paul! There it is. Paul! Play on!
So it's play on now with Collingwood able to bring it back in. High inside 50, Anthony Brown, neither could mark. And Fletcher again has it and got it off to McPhee. And Essendon can breathe again at half-back.
Big group of Bomber players running it out of the fence, but the kick's not good. Harry O'Brien almost infringed, no free kick. Cox at the back, 70 metres out, picks it up with the one claw, takes him on point of the square. Low ball, Jack Anthony is marked. 35 metres out, not much angle. A chance for his second of the quarter.
He's keeping him in the game at the moment, Jack Anthony. And McPhee and Fletcher have both had 13 disposals each. Rocker and Clegg have only had 4 and 6. Mick Malthouse would be loath to put his 2 big forwards back on the ground at the moment.
Well, you wouldn't, Spud. And this bloke is a dead-eye dick. He needs 6 opportunities to kick 6 goals. And it's a completely different formation.
Great use by Cox to put the Pies back in front. Anthony free second at the punt road end. That is almost a goal. It's hit almost the top of the post, in fact, and a minor score. So scores a level. 36 points apiece on the McDonald scoreboard here.
I think Jack, back-to-back Jack's had a bit of the upstairs here work done too.
Yes, he's been quite public about that, I think.
Yeah, he's a man.
McPhee off to Stanton. Stanton through the middle. This is where they've shown they can be dangerous, the Bombers, although this time the handball astray.
Medhurst is on.
Knocked off for the Maggies by Beams. It ends up with Medhurst outside 50. Inside he goes to back-to-back Jack Anthony.
McPhee bludged on his teammate then. Pears was out because they had run through the middle of the ground. Pears did the right thing and tried to attack off Anthony. On the rebound, Anthony had a 10-metre head start. Pears was never going to get there, and McPhee refused to turn his head to look and give him a chop out.
I reckon there's rain coming on the screen. Bristol, you're our resident expert.
Going to piss down shortly, JB.
Thank you, Brian.
There is a large black cloud just looming over the top of the City End scoreboard that's about to dump on the G.
Lavinia Nixon going to go with that one on 9 News as Jack Anthony's set shot. Beautiful.
Good kick.
Have a look at him go.
He's gone.
Giving the finger to the crowd.
He's tipped into that rubbish.
Jack.
As well as the feathers on his head. What is this man doing? Got a couple back-to-back Jack Anthony. Collingwood 6-6, Essendon 5-6, Triple M McDonald scoreboard.
The trouble with that little finger point to the Essendon crowd, they won't forget. He has to back it up now, back-to-back.
I don't mind it, Spud. I reckon he's been in the wilderness for a couple of weeks, hasn't known what role he's supposed to play. He sees himself as the man coming out of the goal square. He thinks he's the man, and now that he's been put down there, he's responded with 2 quick ones. giving it a bit of the old finger work, the Essendon crowd, and it's the 4th lead change of the quarter.
Tackles this quarter, 20-12 in favour of the Pies. Swan, 11 touches this term.
I know it's hard to believe, but if you're at the G listening, get the raincoat out.
Right.
I'm telling you, there's a dump coming. We can see it on the radar. It's just on the other side of the city at about Spencer Street at the moment, we believe. Ball up in the middle.
Right, and all those people out there
the sun.
starting to put their raincoats on.
I know it's hard to believe, Gary.
Well, I don't believe it.
All right then, Spud. 1 minute 26 to go in the half. It might actually happen at half time. Here's an opportunity for the Bombers, Dyson and Stanton to
25 degrees out there.
get involved. Goes towards Watson, picks up the ground level ball. An opportunity here for the Bombers. Watson with a kick this time. Monfries on the lead, marks right on 50 and 50.
No, he fumbled it, that's why.
Okay. Well, the man on the mark is at 48. Monfries will have to kick at 52.
I don't think he'll get the journey. I think he'll have a crack at it. He loves the Golders, Angus.
To tie the scores up.
Better ball use from Joe Watson, who is a ball magnet, can find it. He's had it 13 times, but his efficiency rate...
50 seconds remain in the first half. Monfries will stop the clock at about 40 seconds. Then he comes from 52. Long ball. Accuracy is good. It's there.
Right,
Scores a level. With 37 seconds on the clock. Scores a level as we enter the half-time period. 42 points apiece on the McDonald's scoreboard.
Well done, Angus Monfries. I didn't think you'd go that journey, but for Joe Watson, it's a really important kick because he had time, he held the ball up and didn't panic, and he hit Monfries on the lead. Now, Joe's had 13 possessions, but he's just going at the 33% at the moment, which is still counterproductive in the end. It means that 2 out of 3 you're giving the opposition a crack at, so he needs to get that up. So that's a nice confidence builder.
6-6 apiece. Seconds away from half time. People in Camberwell going to tie their sheds down.
Gale Force wins too, I suppose.
I never mentioned wind.
Like rushed out, bought a water tank.
Bouncing close to the line, and now it's out of play. I'm with you, Bristol. It'll come the rain.
If you've got gum boots, go and get them.
Quick, mow your lawns.
City end.
Hit the washing
Throw
off the
in
line.
about 35 out from the City end goal. The Bombers have been great this quarter. Kicked 5 goals to 2. Fraser clean possession. Picked up by Pendlebury. Handball over the top to O'Brien. Had to sit and wait. Got claimed by Monfries. Ryder involved as well. Lucas there, and the umpire has a look. But now he's going to bounce it 30 out from the Bombers goal.
Foss has rung in. He's out in the water. He just charging back at the moment. He thinks he better get home.
35 out from they've got it. 11 seconds to kick a late one.
Could end up Gilligan's Island if he doesn't.
Free kick is going Collingwood's way. And that will be about it, I reckon. Marty Clark. Siren sounds. Half time could not be better set up. 6-6 apiece on ANZAC Day. And 1-999-1051 is the text. Which Spencer Street is Brian talking about? Shorts and thongs weather. Oh, I don't know about that. Bristol very rarely gets it wrong, the weather. So, David, I would be standing by for some precipitation as the Bombers come together and the Maggies come together. We'll go down to Doc.
Yeah, JB, I mentioned that the surgeon for Essendon was having a look at David Hill. The news has come back worse. It looks like it is the ACL as well as the lateral meniscus. They're 95% sure. They will send him off for scans, but in that time that the surgeon looked at him, the knee has become more swollen, and that would mean year gone, David Hill.
All right, thanks for that, Doc. Half time on ANZAC Day. 42 points apiece. Triple M rocks football.
That quarter for Simply Energy.
Simply Energy, powering up the AFL.
For McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Available via the Uber Eats app.
As we honour Australia's bravest,
Lest we forget.
relive the 2009 Anzac Day Classic between the Pies and Bombers.
Oh, we love it.
As for McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Ream. Built tough for Aussie conditions with the latest technology. When it comes to water heating, install a Ream.
An hour of footy ahead of us, and it's massive for these two clubs. Who do we think is playing very nice football in the first half?
Essendon are playing the better style. Cloak and Rocker haven't marked it. If they mark it, you'd think they'll just about enough to get them over the line. So they've had no impact whatsoever. The scores are level. but I really like the Bombers' style. I'm still going for Collingwood just because I think when the game's opened up, Gaz, Essendon look far the better team.
Yeah, they do. They run it pretty well. They probably haven't had enough reward for efforts, and they've got to find a forward inside that forward 50 that can just light them up. Matty Lloyd at this stage is goalless, and Scotty Lucas is, well, he's just in the absolute horror. So whether he can turn it around or not, I've been happy with Ryder. I thought his move into the ruck has been terrific. They've had a crack. Dyson, I thought, went well head-to-head with Leon Davis. The other mob, Pendlebury and Dane Swan, ball winners. But look, I wouldn't be hanging out too much hope for Anthony. As I said pre-game, second game back after a big hit out against Brisbane is always the toughest. That's what I found. But Travis Cloke is still the difference here. He's the bloke who needs to just try and find some form, because we've been down on Scott Lucas, but gee, Trav Cloke could do with a couple of grabs.
All right, got this one. I'm not sure who it's come from, but he says, BT, I'm with you. Listening to the great call while I'm working on the roof in Brighton. I can see the rain coming. I'm packing up the tools and going home.
Well, he's is that serious?
That's what he said.
I think Bristol just went outside and sent that himself.
He's out there doing a rain dance at the moment. Out behind MCG, he's just doing a little rain dance with that little gammy knee of his.
There's been all sorts of texts and people who have just stopped picnics. One lady rang in and said, I've got my kid's birthday party. I've spent 25 grand on jumping castles and we've all packed up and gone home. Where's the rain?
Let's get down to the Dr. Smooth.
Well, there were people around me who were leaving as well because they didn't have raincoats with them. But I've got to say, James, the lights are coming on, so it is dark. I cannot see a rain cloud, but I have got the beautiful gear here if we need it. But there has not been any precipitation yet, Brian. But Jill Lindsay tells me it'll be here before the end of the game, Brian.
It's past Monagita. It's been raining in Monagita, and it's very, very dark here. Triple M rocks. ANZAC Day football here at the G. Scores the level. Big crowd in. A lot of them have stayed in to enjoy the lunch, and not many of them have resumed their seats just yet. Ball out of the middle, Pennery got caught in the tackle. Ryder was there. Harry O'Brien, opportunity here now. It was Hocking, fast handball, got it to McPhee from the edge of the square on the wing. Goes forward to Lloyd, still hasn't kicked that 900th goal. Barham picked it up. Davies stripped the ball. Goldsack ran over the top of it. Lucas was there, socked out of his hands by Barham. Handball comes back to Dyson. Kicked a ripping goal in the second quarter. A low ball here on the lead. Nathan Brown couldn't get there, and Lonergan was able to take his man under the ball, and now he's handing on the boundary. A beautiful spinning move out. Turn around right, but he's missed. He's missed. He's missed it. It was a beautiful move by Lonergan from the boundary line, and a minor score in the end. The Bombers lead it by 1 point.
Cloke and Rocker both back on this Collingwood forward line.
Harry O, kick too strong for Beams. He's going to have to make his go at it. He did well. Crashed into Lovett Murray. He sort of half kept his feet and made it work. Dempsey's hands weren't clean. Thomas came back and picked up the ball at halfback. Handball over the top to O'Brien, taken by Davey. Lockyer was good, and now Thomas runs on.
Thomas, beautiful linking run from the centre wheel on the northern side. Took a bounce, 50 metres out. Poor kick. Medhurst in the pocket, doubles back. Eludes his man. Got the handball back to Thomas. Right foot snap at goal, missed. Hit the behind post on the full, out of bounds on the full. Yeah. Medhurst is down as well.
When Thomas went inside 50, Jack Anthony had Pears cold, but because he had those other options, he ended up going to Medhurst or Cloke. Disappointed. He should have had that.
Winderlick to Lovett. Ricky Dyson out wide has McPhee out of wing. Out of McPhee. Sets it up inside 50. Lloyd has a run at it. Alwyn Davies done bugger all. Fraser back there. Marty Clark coughed the handball up. They'll load up again here. Job Watson spins out of a tackle. Sits the drop punt up Job. At the back, Monfries couldn't get hands to the footy. And it's through for a behind. Bombers by a point. Doc.
Yeah, Paul Meadows, I think, will come from the ground. He's holding the right side of his jaw, just checking. His teeth are lined up, but remember he got badly concussed last week and came off the ground and was in some doubt, but he's just going to be checked again by Paul Blackman.
Bombers by 2 points, 44-42.
He might have had a little bit of a crack from last week, Doc. Would that be possible playing today?
Yes, it would be, Brian, because a crack wouldn't keep him out, but he would still be sore if he got hit again.
There's Barham to centre half forward. Anthony was there. Rocker stayed down. Dempsey read it beautifully for the front and centre. Pell fired off the handball, which was a little bit too hot for Hocking. Although he gathered possession, fired it back to Dempsey. Got to go. Thomas came at him, got him in a good tackle. Not before the handball went to Slattery. Likewise, he's out to Fletcher. Chipping ball by Fletcher by foot over the top. Found Watson. He was reluctant to run forward and kick the ball. He wanted a handball. Had to in the end because the tackle was applied by McCaffer. Got it to Ryder. Ryder goes back to Stanton. Stanton, point of the square. Kicks it into the hot spot. Oh, the sack really didn't do a good job of that. An opportunity here for Beams. Now Clark. Clark gets it out to Leon. He's got the whole southern stand wing. Got about 200 acres to do his best work out there. Two bounces. Took a couple on. Underground handball to the Irish boy. Now Leon gathers the ball in one claw. And he messed that up just a little bit. And now we'll have a ball up. Good result in the end for the Pies.
Why isn't that dropping the ball?
What was he doing?
Handball before he got tackled. Fair enough.
Bounce, same spot. It's up a notch. Here is Leon. Got it off to Swan. Toyota Orion logo. Back to Leon, back to Swan. And now Harry O. Half back, runs to the wing. And to centre half forward with a long one. Cloak, it carries him. Fletcher did really well. He's playing a fine game of footy.
Again, Anthony had pairs done and Cloak came in with Fletcher.
Stanton runs through. Gets it off to Hocking. Inside 50. Lloyd, was he banged in the back? Not according to the umpire. Lonigan grapples with Tuvey. Tuvey over the top of it, old Possum Eyes. And at the back, Cheese O'Brien was able to do it nicely to Barham.
Got it out to Barham, who's had how many, Ash?
12 touches.
Beautiful ball in his second game. The kick was a shocker and found Dempsey on the tip. He marked at halfback, played on here to Dyson. Looking for the long handball to Watson. Watson again becomes the kicker. This time it's not so bad. And finds the intended target, Lucas, 65 metres out.
He'll play on.
Directly in front, left foot kick to the top of the square. Here's Lonigan! Has marked the ball, or it's Stanton in fact. 10 metres out. Little bit of an angle. And Stanton has taken a beauty.
Nathan Brown played very well on Lucas today, but you've got to understand, when Lucas marks the ball 60 metres out, he'll always turn and play on. Just allowed that kick to get to Stanton.
And well done by Lloyd. He could have come out from the goal line, but elected not to.
Not like the other end. Yes. Stanton comes in and bangs the goal home. All of a sudden, it's the Bombers by 8 points on the scoreboard.
This is going to be a big test for Anthony, Rocker and Cloak to see if they play selfless football. Anthony's competed twice this quarter, once against Cloak and then once against Rocker. Rocker and Cloak have to understand they need to separate and not worry about getting the ball in their hands.
Spud, Jack Anthony has been in the best position every time they've gone into the forward 50, and they haven't been able to get it to him because Rocker or Cloak or Thomas was in the way. He showed for the last 5 minutes of that second quarter that he's the man that's going to give the most problems. Now they've pushed him the goal square, but I'd suggest Anthony nick off for a while.
Inside 50s this quarter, 6-2 in favour of the Bombers.
Clearance to Winderlick. Inside 50, there's another one, Chua. Lloyd under the footy. Jetta at the back with Jimmy Possum.
Possa.
Deliberate. Deliberate against Jimmy Possum. And Jetta's going to take the free, so Alan Tuvey a bit stiff. He probably didn't need to touch the footy. He was going out anyway. Jetta's called to play on. So he goes for the banana. And it's too far. And that's out of play on the full the other side.
He tapped the ball initially, Tuvey, instead of taking possession of it. But that was deemed to be... I haven't got a problem with that.
Pick finds Cloak on the wing.
It does. Just short of half back here. Cloak wheels around with the long ball. Here's Rocker. Fletcher right up his ginger. And over the top third man up, McPhee. Took the mark, fired the handball to Winderlick. In the middle of the G with a low bullet. Lloyd has marked on the lead directly in front. 40 metres out. 900 goals. Beckons here for Matthew Lloyd.
Well, it's a real worry for Mick Malthouse now. Fletcher is just too athletic for Anthony Rocker. He's starting all the counter-attacks. Dustin Fletcher and McPhee.
That's a much better kick too. We've seen them go to Lloyd 3 times this quarter. Each time it's been high, and Presti Giacomo's been able to use the body to spoil. That was nice and low.
Lloyd for the 900th goal. The 8th player in history to achieve this feat, if successful. Close to the man on the mark and sprayed it to the right.
No.
Missed. Very ordinary run-up. Normally gives himself plenty of room. Man on the mark closed him down in the last few steps. A minor score, so a 9-point Essendon lead. Penrite Ore scoreboard.
Long ball in from the Magpies.
To no one.
No one. Leon the only one there. Dempsey tried to take it. Pendlebury read it well. Off to Lockyer. To Rocker, fisted away.
Here they go again.
McPhail reload again. Into the centre. Stanton through his hands. Lots of Bombers players.
They're too quick.
Dyson a long ball forward. Lloyd's off the chain again. It goes through his hands. At the back here comes Owen Dovey with a little bit of brrr. But in this occasion, Presti did brilliantly well. But he was rammed into the turf by Lloyd. And that's holding the ball.
Well, he couldn't rush the behind, Presti, so he was stuck. He had him cornered, and Matthew Lloyd very quick to realise that. Now, he's kicked 899 goals. He's got to work his way through this. His last banana attempt was poor. He should go again, but if he takes his time, Brian, slowly goes out and opens the angle, he should kick the goal.
You heard it described beautifully by a man who kicked plenty himself, Gary Lyon. Punt road end. Lloyd for 900. He's buggered it up again. Neither have looked anything like it, Brian. 7-10, 52 Essendon to 6-6, 42 Collingwood.
Rocker off too, boys, because he has had no defensive influence whatsoever at half forward.
BT, would Lloyd be worrying about the 900th? Because that's his fourth attempt to get his 900th goal. He missed one late last week.
A normal player probably wouldn't worry, but Lloyd, he does, I reckon, get affected by those things.
He's kicked 4 behind now.
He has, and he's looked jittery on most of them, which is very unlike Matthew Lloyd.
Well, Fletcher hasn't got a match-up, so he's got to go to the young man McCaffrey, who's going to try and take him away from centre-half back.
10-point Bomber lead. Here's Leon tidying it up at half-back. Got the handball out to Swan via Lockyer. And the Lockyer kicks Swan via goes over to Cloak. Knocked down McPhee. Cloak was able to get the ball forward. Jack Anthony marks.
Finally.
Man on the mark is at 45.
He's got to be the primary target for the rest of the game. You can sort out the rest of your forward structure for the year after this game. Right now, he needs to be the primary target. So much so, I'd look at putting Fletcher straight onto him. He's the one who's looking most dangerous.
He de-gloves and he sets himself. Will have to kick at 50. He's got two, both of those in the second quarter. This one from the northern flank at the city end. In he comes from right on 50. It's a left to right ball. It's a great looking kick.
Look at the walk. Look at the strut.
Oh, Jack Anthony. No run, no jog, no high five.
No finger wiggle.
It's the nonchalant walk off. It was almost to say, how good am I? And Jack has kicked his third. Collingwood hit back, and they're within 4 points of the Bombers. 10-minute mark, Penrite Ore scoreboard.
He's the go-to man. There's no doubt the Essendon box will be looking at Tate Pearce and saying, well, we give him one more opportunity, maybe, and then we need to roll the dice. Not roll the dice, put McPhee or Fletcher back onto Jack Anthony.
Well, Fletcher he's playing on the first game of Fletcher now, so he's playing halfback, and I can understand them perhaps wanting him to play out there, but game in the balance, most dangerous forward is Anthony. You'd almost have to say, I'll take responsibility.
Kicked Collingwood's last 3 goals, Anthony.
Look at the black clouds.
7-6 to 7-10. Bombers by 4 points. Free kick or no, recall.
On the other hand, Gary, they'll look at McCaffrey and say, Fletcher, don't worry about it if he goes up the ground. You go and double team Anthony.
Let's see how well they make smart moves and get the ball in McCaffrey's hands.
Rider down, but clearance for the Magpies. Swan, beautiful kick. Thomas unable to take it. That breaking of the arms, hands in the back thing's just gone. Picked up by Myers and just smashed out of there. Down the line, beautiful mark taken by Gold Sack over Jetta. Sits it over the top to McCaffrey on the wing. And his ball forward was good to Beams.
Well, Fletcher's now gone to Leon Davis. I reckon that suits Collingwood.
Beams sits the high one up. Here comes Anthony, fisted away from him. Thomas dangerous in this situation. It comes off his knee and it's out of play, very deep city end.
Well, that ball is usually the one that Dustin Fletcher fist. Now, Leon Davis took him way up the ground, and as soon as the ball went, he sprinted, and Fletcher's thinking, I'm going to play small defender.
Boundary throw in deep in the Collingwood forward line here. A red hot opportunity. Swan to Leon. In amongst 3 Bombers, was caught with the ball and dropped it. Failed to dispose of it.
Great tackle, Stanton.
Watch him break the space now, isn't it?
Stanton's got the ball. And here goes that space that Spud speaks of.
Versus your ruckman. How good's this going?
Ryder has got the ball on the northern wing. A chipping ball is very nicely placed and finds Monfries. 70 metres from the Bomber punt road goal. He's got Lucas long. He goes in that direction. Lucas got Brown beaten, takes the mark. Brown was really stumbling towards the last couple of steps. And Lucas has taken the mark 30 metres out on a 50-degree angle.
Lee Brown, you're as lazy as I've ever seen anyone. He's on Paddy Ryder. Josh Fraser's off the ground. I watched Lee Brown after the stoppage. Paddy Ryder's pushing hard to the wing. Lee Brown's just jogging along through the middle of the ground. Not good enough.
Lucas to make it an even 10-point margin. The Bomber veteran, Scott Lucas, game 261. Kick is off to the right-hand side and a poor miss. 5-point advantage, the Bombers.
How many set shots have Essendon missed today, Stuart?
Yes, on the stat sheet, they've missed 6, Spud.
Kicking themselves out of it, the Bombers. Long ball from Marty Clark. Good one too, looking for O'Brien. Just couldn't take the mark. Oh, well done, Jobe Watson. Got it off to Lovett. Lovett steps on through to Alwyn Davey with a little ring, ding, 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 ding. Bounces over the top. Goal, Essendon. 8-11-59 to 7-6-48 on the back of a bouncing. Oh, we love it. It is beautiful business. 59-48, Triple M scoreboard.
Now the kick in from Marty Clark. It was a nice kick. It was low, it was flat, it was hard. They had no one back covering the punch back. The only people there was Jobe Watson, who was able to get his hands on it and threaded a handball through. And that try ended up with Alwyn Davey, who bounced over their head. They've got to find some forward line presence. They've got McCaffer playing centre half forward at the moment, Collingwood. O'Brien and Lockyer on the half forward flank, so can't get it through.
11-point margin here in favour of the Bombers. Here's Leon out of the middle. An important clearance and got it for them. Over to the top to Swan. Swan to Pendlebury on his wrong right side. Gathers the ball now. A hurried kick inside 50. Cloak's got his man beaten for space. Had his man in the right position. Nudged him under and Cloak was marked. Just 25 metres out. 45-degree angle, but he has no certainty.
It was a very good grab. Good contested mark. McPhee elected to go front position. Cloak just eased him under the ball beautifully, as we see in the Ace of Gemstone computer replay.
Everything favouring his left foot here. Left side for a left footer. 25 metres out.
Need to kick it before the rain comes.
Well, the rain is hovering, Gary. It's getting darker and darker as Cloak comes in and kicks behind. Right. Missed it poorly, and McPhee verbalises him as well. And it's 49-59, the Bombers wave. I'm telling you, that rain is closing in on Melbourne.
Don't hold your breath.
Beautifully called, Brian. You said he was no certainty.
Yeah.
And that was spot on. Stanton, half back, outer side. This has got all the makings of a classic ANZAC Day game. Stanton low. Ryder, isn't he playing a hell of a game?
He's been outstanding. He has been unchanged since Hill went off the ground with what we believe is ACL.
So Ryder's going to bring it across the face. Long for Slattery.
He's a natural talent, Ryder. He hardly touched that.
His kick's got to work now for McPhee. Broken up. Dangerous here.
Hold your feet,
picked up by Cloak. He coughed it up. Real important bowl. Centre of the MCG. Lots of players around it. One of them was Beams, Lonigan there as well. And the umpire is going to bounce it right in the middle. 49-59, Bombers by 10 points.
Ball up, knocked down. Opportunity for Clark. Used his soccer skills, but it went straight to Davey. Little left foot kick out wide. Here's Lovett. Lovett in front of Barham. Did him for pace. 60 metres out.
Lloyd's got space.
Andrew Lovett. Here comes Lloyd. Low down. Did he get one on the back? The umpire said no. Presty was all over him. Kick back inboard by Swan, finds Harry O. The Brazilian Anaconda in a bit of traffic. Ordinary kick goes out wide. Lockyer couldn't mark the ball, knocked it down himself, went and got it. Sold some hand candy on Monfries. Kicked it straight into the run and bounced off him, not sure. Lovett's got it anyway. Love it into the middle of the ground here. Finds Jeddah. Centre half forward, gives the handball off. They go through Stanton. Long ball. Lucas caught behind Cox. Won't get there. Cox marks in the back pocket.
And goes down the wing to a 1-on-3. Beautiful mark, Swan. Beautiful mark.
Lucky marked it, James. That was a horrible, horrible decision to go there by Cox.
Lockyer takes the mark in front of Dempsey. Right in front of the dock.
Get no run out of their back half. Tuvey hasn't had the ball this quarter. Presty doesn't run and get the footy at all. They've got to find some run out of defence.
Lockyer high down the line. McPhee and Cloak do a bit of wrestling. Out of play. Myers walks it across the line.
I've been watching Paul Meadows today. He's gone to ground without any body pressure whatsoever today.
Gone back to those Fremantle things.
He has, BT.
Yep.
Lee Brown kicks it to centre half forward. 1-on-2 here. Slattery got to go. Got Stanton on. Handball over the top.
Nice
Take
score.
a risk here, the Bombers. Stanton inside 50.
Love it.
Long looking for Lovett. Monfrey's there as well. Lovett at the back. Free kick.
Barham's got hands in the back.
Well, this is what you got. It is coming back to Monfries. We got Barham playing his second game, playing in the back half. It's a good move. It's a good coaching move. Get him back there. And they just get nervous, these young boys, because they haven't played there too often.
Was that not an advantage job, Bristle, at all?
Should have been.
And I think he would have ended up running into one of the Collingwood defenders.
Let's see. Oh, Lovett's the player with the ball now. So
Oh, it's gone downfield, has it? Oh, no.
he's going to come back. So it's 48 out, slight angle. I just thought he would waltz in and kick a goal.
No, so it took a right angle to bounce the ball.
Did he get the right player then? Was it Monfries?
No, the right decision. Hands in the back from
I know
Barham.
it's the right decision, but I just wondering which player it was.
Yeah, love
So
it.
Lovett. Set shot to the punt road end.
Been good the last 10 minutes.
Just to make it a 16-point lead. Has he won an ANZAC medal before, Tune? I think he has.
2005.
Here's the kick. And it is away to the right. 11-point margin.
Big lead off.
8-12 to 7-7. Triple M scoreboard.
7 set shots missed by Essendon. Just about all in the corridor as well. That hurts on the scoreboard.
Pouring just on the other side of the Westgate Bridge at the moment.
And a text from Peter Garrett saying, "Where is that rain that bloke spoke about?"
Jack Anthony knocked down in front to Stanton from the boundary line. Centering ball. Lovett has marked 30 out directly in front. Punt road end. He's just had a kick from here. He'll know exactly the conditions that are needed to convert. And he'll line up, and surely, how many have they missed this quarter, Ash? Yeah. Surely he will convert from this one.
Goldsack just kicking off one step. Very ordinary kick from Goldsack.
They've missed 5 this quarter from set shots, BT.
And here's Lovett with another one. From 40 metres out, punt road end, directly in front. This one looks better. Lloyd applauds.
On the knee.
It's a goal. Lovett's got it. Kick 2 in a row, the Bombers. Lovett's got a couple as well. Rain not far away. If you hold the advantage, it can be very, very important. 9-12-66. Collingwood 7-7-49.
Kick 4 of the last 5 goals. They are the side that look most dangerous when they go forward. Lloyd yet to kick a goal. Barham finds himself now playing on Lovett, who's on fire. Lovett should stay within 3 metres of the goal square, and players are leaning forward. He just gets nervous, Jackson Barham, and you understand that. And Scott Lucas, don't you go back there. He can't catch a cold at the moment. Get up, get out, and leave Lovett against Jackson Barham 1 out.
Carlton natural blonde stats inside 50s this quarter, 15-6 Essendon's way.
Kicked 8 of the last 11, the Bombers. They've just got winners written all over them at the moment. The Maggies have got to respond. Leon out of the middle gets wrapped up. And it's going to be bounced again.
Look at that forward line now. You've got 3 Essendon blokes against 3 Collingwood. At the other end of the ground, it's 5. It just doesn't look dangerous, the Magpie forward line.
Blood rule for the Bombers.
Lonigan coming off.
Yep.
The blood rule.
Nick under the eye. So he will be replaced by Leroy Jetta.
Well, that's a win, Gary. That's the momentum of the scoreboard dictates this. And like last night, you've got space in one forward line. You've got no space in another one.
Now, Cox is going up to get Monfries and Tuvey. So, yeah, they've done this very well as Matthew Knights.
Umpire holds the ball aloft to get it restarted. Ryder down. Harriota. Leon bursting out of the middle.
Look at this.
Half forward, Brian.
Oh, wow.
Missed it away to the right. Dr. Smooth.
Big Leroy Brown for Collingwood off under that same blood rule, the head clash. So at the moment you've got Lonigan off and Leroy Brown with a split eyebrow as well.
Okay, ball back in a play by Fletcher at 66-50, a 16-point Bomber lead.
Got to put the acid on 4 Collingwood players in a moment.
Okay, Gary's going to name 4 in a moment that have got to do something if Collingwood are going to pull this one off.
Paddy Ryder also, boys, hasn't been off the ground. Sometimes we interchange players in modern football for the sake of it. He's been outstanding.
There's Flattery. Long ball. McPhee's there. Monfrey's there. They line up over the top. No one there. Pendlebury recovers. He was in the aerial contest as well. Got the handball to Cloak on the southern stand wing. Was tackled as he went to kick the ball. Putting slightly off down towards Medhurst. Went straight over his head. Fell to Thomas. Couldn't keep it alive. Went over the boundary. Well, the boundary throw in. Gary, let's name the 4 players.
Pendlebury had 9 possessions since quarter time. Lockie has only had 12 possessions. Thomas has had 10 and Medhurst has only had 4. 1 goal, 1 for a return from 4 possessions. Those 4 blokes will be the difference here.
Lovett Murray kept the footy going forward. McPhee wants a handball. Can't find a target. Eventually got it off. Pushed in the back. Monfries. We get it in the middle of the ground.
It's a speed factor again. They break the space. Look at this.
Here comes Lovett Murray. Sprints to centre half forward and goes long and straight. No. Away to the right. Behind makes it 9-13, 67 to 7-8-50. Triple M scoreboard.
And the issue for Mick Malthouse also has got Lee Brown, Anthony Rocker always on the bench. There's not a lot to go to. There's not a lot of run on the bench for Collingwood.
And not a lot of run out of here either. The back line for Collingwood.
4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. As Thomas takes the mark on the wing, kick around the corner to Fraser. Won't get to him on the full. The bounce got him as well. Went straight to Lovett Murray. In the end, it was not great all round. Dyson has Leon just, well, I don't know what he did then. But the ball went out of bounds on the full from the Leon pressure, and a free kick will be with Thomas. Thomas, short kick, finds Swan. Let's go down to Doc. Larkins in just a moment will do that. Passenger play goes on in the meantime. Thomas goes wide. Medhurst very wide. Ball over line out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. Doc.
Yes, Brian, just still working on Lee Brown with that split eye. He'll be, Monaghan is ready to go with the headband, so both players ready to go.
Spud. Medhurst looking for a free kick again. Just play the ball.
Boundary throw in, knocked down by Ryder. Rocker's there as well. Ball in disputed ground level, Dyson. And going nowhere, we'll have a ball up. At 67 to 50, the Bombers' way.
Inside 50s, this is Essendon have owned the corridor today. They've gone inside 50 16 times through the corridor, and Collingwood only managed it 9 times.
Bounce about 30 out from Collingwood's goal. Rocker doing the ruck work. Fletcher just tumbles it end on end out of there. Cloak and McPhee, ball out of play.
Gary, you get a chance with Collingwood with that because Mick loves one-on-one and he fabricates it by chipping around the boundary line a lot.
Throw 50 out. Fraser tries to work it to the back. Stanton has the footy held to him. Eventually it's released and now it's gobbled up again.
They don't mind. The Bombers don't mind. There's 3 minutes on the clock. 17 points is a very handy margin because there's a flood about to arrive any minute.
9-13 to 7-8.
Well, Gary, I'm not sure they'll be able to play on the ground after three-quarter time. Ball down by Ryder to Dyson, who went past the ball. McCaffrey was in there. I think we'll have another ball up inside attacking. 50 here for the Pies on the northern side of the ground. We have got precisely 2:53 remaining in the third quarter.
Matthew Lloyd struggling, boys, with that corky that the doc told us about too. He's trying to keep on the move, but he's battling.
Ball up. Collingwood have been specialists at kicking goals near the siren this year. And we'll have another ball up because Essendon know. Eventually come out.
Oh, no.
Swan got it to Leon. Leon grabs the ball, 20 out on the angle, kicks the goal. Leon's got it. Wow. Right near the three-quarter time siren. Just when Collingwood needed one, the little marvel is able to conjure something up out of nothing and kick Collingwood a goal. 9-13-67 to Collingwood 8-8-56.
Well, his direct opponent was Lovett Murray. He's on the ground trying to fight for the ball on the ace of Gemstone. Allows Davis just to shoot out the back. Another Essendon player had to be aware that he was in a dangerous spot.
I think they conceded that there was going to be a ball up. That's what they did.
Goals from stoppages, Gary.
Yeah, very
furious. The Bombers coaching box.
Yeah, would be fuming. Mick Malthouse down on the boundary. He's ready to go. He's got belief. It's 11 points. They're still in it. Very handy goal.
Pulsating Anzac Day stuff. Out of the middle, Leon. Starting to really go. Eventually release the pill. Fraser doubling back.
Good kick.
McCaffrey on the wing. It's going to bounce in front of him. Picks it up. What about if they got 2 late ones, the Maggies? Kick to Rocker. Fisted away. Gold sack there. On the full. Against Slattery. So Goldsack's going to take it. 45 out, right on the boundary.
Essendon midfielders have to push in. There's a bit of a hole there about 30 metres out from goal for Collingwood.
Yeah, Moncrief is a bloke. He's guarding Cox, who's 110 metres away.
Goldsack set shot.
He likes his chances.
For the second one in a minute. It's across the face. In fact, back-to-back Jack Anthony very nearly. Fisted away by Fletcher. 8-9, 57 Collingwood. 9-13, 67 Essendon.
So Fletcher's got the ball. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Oh, bad kick by Fletcher. Just got there to Stanton. It was a little bit to his left-hand side. Had to go back, and Stanton holds the ball aloft and says, well, hold it up. 1:56 remaining, 10-point margin in favour of the Bombers. Fletcher kicks it into the goal square where Stanton waits and marks. His short ball.
We'll go back to Stanton here in a minute.
Into the other back pocket. Collingwood must man up here if they want to force another opportunity before the three-quarter time break. Stanton has now got it in the defensive goal square. The runners have been out and told the players how long left. Got a minute 30 remaining. The kick goes to McPhee and the MCC members northern side. He marks.
They had him cold then, and Medhurst didn't work hard enough. He gave him an easy out.
McPhee's short kick finds Fletcher on the defensive 50. Gone nowhere but maintained possession, the Bombers.
Been outstanding, Fletcher and McPhee today.
A minute 15 remaining. Lloyd presents up and takes the mark. 10-point Essendon advantage. Three-quarter time beckons. A minute and 5 seconds away. Play on, says the umpire. Medhurst drops him. Dropping the ball. Medhurst has got the free 55 out. He was like a cat pouncing on a mouse that was unaware. And Medhurst has a shot for goal with 40 seconds remaining.
Got one in the head too.
A little bit of left to right here to Medhurst.
From 50 metres out. It'll need everything he's got. Kick is high, top of the square, won't get there. Rocker rises over the top. Fletcher, great punch. Got it to Lucas, tackled by Thomas, dragged to the ground. There was no kick or handball. Leon from the boundary. Kicks it at the top of the square again. It goes past Swan. He keeps it alive. Collingwood still in it. Kick goes to Beams. 17 seconds left in the third. And Beams has marked 25 out. Slight angle.
Matthew Knights, if he had to settle himself down and talk to himself last week, they just stopped. They
panicked.
They stopped, Bristle. They said, no, we'll just stand and guard space here and we'll run the clock down. And they just stopped working hard.
To get it back to a 4-point margin, it was 17 points.
Second goal after the siren in this game for Collingwood, Bristle.
Beams from 30 to get it back to 4 points. 45-degree angle. Missed. He has missed. So it's 9 points the difference at three-quarter time. Malthouse furious on the miss. Essendon 9-13-67. Lead Collingwood 8-10-58. Triple M rocks football.
That quarter for Ream. Built tough for Aussie conditions with the latest technology. When it comes to water heating, install a Ream.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Available via the Uber Eats app.
as we honour Australia's bravest.
Lest we forget.
We live the 2009 ANZAC Day Classic between the Pies and Bombers.
Oh, we love it!
As for McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for IGA Liquor, proudly independent.
Rain is looming from the west, and at three-quarter time, the Bombers by 9 points, 9-13-67 to Collingwood, 8-10-58. Let's go with the Carlton Natural Blonde stats. Ash, what do you got?
For the Magpies, 31 to Swan. For the Bombers, 27 to Stanton, 22 to Dyson.
Spud, your thoughts on what's going to happen here?
Rocker and Cloak need to get a bit of the ball, BT. They've had 12 disposals between them. Fletcher and McPhee combined have had 30. They are getting smashed. Mick Malthouse needs one of those boys to stand up and take a mark. If they're unable to get in the game, I think Essendon are going to have far too much run. I've been very impressed with Paddy Ryder. He's played 100% of game time today.
Okay, that's the thoughts of Danny Frawley. You've got a text here, 1999-1051 at anyone, any stage throughout the game. This one's from Alex. Rocker is like an old Datsun without power steering. Thomas and Medhurst carry mirrors onto the ground. Their egos are so big. Need more effort, says Alex. Let's go down to Doc Larkins on the boundary.
Yes, Brian, the Collingwood huddle's still in place. Mick Mildhouse very animated and keeping together. Essendon have already broken up, and I was watching Matthew Knights. He was very calm, very relaxed. He spoke to the players for a long bit of time, but it looked like he was having a really good discussion with them, just encouraging them. Mildhouse, the Collingwood just breaking up at the moment. All benches all okay, except, of course, for David Hill with a serious knee injury, gone for Essendon.
Alan Richardson doing a great job with the Bomber forwards out there as well. Gary, your thoughts, three-quarter time?
Well, those late goal again to Collingwood hurts Essendon. He's done a good job if he's kept himself under control there, Matthew Knights, because they were in control. They could have scored in the last 2 minutes if they had attacked the game. It's all set up beautifully. The experience of Collingwood, can they finally find some structure up forward and get dangerous, or will the Essendon boys continue to run them off their legs? I hope the message from Matthew Knights is, hey, you boys, don't be scared of losing this game. You've got to dare to win it. Take it on and just run, because if they play safe, they're in trouble.
Tip on an Anzac Day medalist at this stage, boys, with the Bombers leading by 9 at three-quarter time.
I've liked probably McPhee or Fletcher.
Spud?
I'll go Stanton.
Okay, at this stage, I'll let you change those if you like halfway through this quarter. Ball up in the middle to start the final quarter.
There's my man.
Dribbling rock 40. Ryder got it out, but kicked it straight to Cox. He fumbled the ball, then went over the top of it. Monfries went and got it handball to Lucas. Lucas on his left foot into an open. Goal's missed. Has missed from 10 metres out with no one between he and the goal. Has missed it.
Not sure you could have as bad a day as Scotty Lucas is having.
10-point lead the Bombers on the Triple M scoreboard.
Has stunk it up royally, Gary.
Mind you, Shannon Cox has been the one that got let off the hook then. He just ran right over the top of the footy.
But if Essendon get beat, it'll be their goal shooting that'll cost them.
The kick in from Cox was no good either. Leon picks it up, gets it off to O'Brien. And now Pendlebury, little left foot one to Thomas. Wing in front of us. He goes back to Leon. Big second half from this young man. Stops and waits. Distributes it wide to Marty Clark. Outside 50. Over the top to Dane Swan. Inside 50. Left forward pocket.
You know that Swan's going to...
Back to Clark with the handball. Set sail on the left. Long but across the face. Cloak at the back. It's going through for a behind. First score of the final term, Magpies. 8-11-59 to 9-14-68. Triple M scoreboard.
You know Swan's going to keep running. They've got to lock down on him. They're going to find someone with the courage to run shoulder to shoulder.
There's McPhee in the defensive 50, in the heart of the defensive 50. Kicks out to a southern wing where there's no player within 30 metres. In fact, 3 Collingwood players. Bad bounce of Fraser. Ryder came through, took it our way, gave it off to Monfries. Monfries back with the handball here to Winderlick. Winderlick puts it under the arm, runs, takes a bounce, through and around Fraser. Gives the handball on the point of the square at half forward to Watson. Watson's kick is no good. Missed the Lucas target by a long way. Clark mops up on the back 50 for Collingwood. This time they don't go wide. Down the middle to big Leroy Brown. Sells some candy. Leroy with a plugging kick over the top to Medhurst. Didn't attack the ball hard enough. And it was punched away in the end by Slattery. And now McPhee and Fletcher tidy up.
Fletcher off to Dempsey. Dempsey's got to sit and wait. Not much to do here. Just sits it into the centre of the ground. A 2-on-3, but a good spoil from Collingwood. Winderlick's got to win a ground level ball. Did well. Got it off to Zaharakis. His handball was a little fierce. Slattery spun around in a tackle. Big ball to win this one. Medhurst swings it around for Pendlebury. If he can keep it in, there's not much ahead of him. Gets it inside the ropes. Round the body, kick smothered. Bouncing Thomas's way. Back to Pendlebury. Steps on through. Handball to Swan. No one there with him. Pears went to ground. It's still about 15 out from Collingwood's goal. Slattery picked it up and got it off to Watson, and now they're okay.
Finds Stan and Watson with the kick out wide, and now Stan not much on except Lucas. He presents up nicely.
He has kept working, Brian. That's one thing you give him. He's kept presenting. But Joe Watson, who went inside, Lucas was on earlier, and he missed him again, Joe.
There's Watson on the end of the kick again, and again he's kicked it to no one. Kicked it straight to Marty Clark at half back. Marty Clark pursued by McPhee. Worried him almost, Spud. He got there so quick. Handball off to Harry. Harry O'Brien, the Brazilian anaconda, goes out wide and finds O'Brien. O'Brien gives it off to Medhurst. Medhurst, the little skunk, has the low ball. Cloak marks on 50. It nearly drilled his right nipple off. As Cloak turns around, gives the ball over the top to Lee Brown. And Lee Brown has marked 30 out on a 50-degree angle. And he'll go back and take a deliberate shot at goal.
Mick's elected to have faith in Brown. He started with Rocker on the bench and he's pushed Lee Brown forward.
36% Joe Watson. I don't want to keep belting him, but 2 kicks already this quarter. He's just handed the footy back to Collingwood.
to get it back within 3 points. Here is Lee Brown, 35 out, and he's drilled the goal. Collingwood are back within 3. On the Triple M scoreboard, Lee Brown gets his first. The Pies have done most of the attacking in the final quarter so far.
Yeah, well done, Lee Brown. His work rate wasn't great in the third quarter, but he did work hard to find some space on that occasion. Ball use, ball use, ball use, and that's why Jackson Barham, a young man who's shown plenty in a game and a half, needs to get onto it straight away, because if he can't kick the footy and retain possession or set something up for his team, his career's going to be short. Joe Watson ticks every box. Great worker, tough, hard, courageous, prolific ball winner, mark, stands his ground, turns the football over too much. It might cost his side a win.
68-65. Bombers still up, but a clearance again for Collingwood. O'Brien out of the centre to centre half forward. Lee Brown tried to get a fist in there. Dempsey was desperate at ground level with Thomas. It comes to the back. Through. Free kick for a throw.
Throw against Travis Cloak. McPhee will get the ball.
Got to run.
McPhee will end up with it.
They've got to run hard.
Goes to Winderlick on the wing. Half back. Got Lovett Murray wider if he wants him. Goes by foot instead. Good to Lucas. He'll wheel around and sit it up to the hot spot. Lovett at the back, has it fisted away. Dyson dangerous here. Picked it up, got it off to Watson, got claimed in a very tough tackle. Slamming tackle, in fact, and then another one from Ryder. Bounce at centre half forward.
That's his 11th tackle, Paddy Ryder. I might change my mind Anzac Day. I think the Anzac spirit is going Paddy Ryder's way. He's played 100% of game time.
Looking for an Anzac Day medal, big Paddy Ryder. Here's Fraser at half-back. A hot handball for Tuvey, handled quite well. Got it out in the space of the southern stand wing. Look at Leon, just put up the one claw. Took a bounce, steps off the gas. A second bounce. He'll take a third one if he wants. No, little kick over the top was great to O'Brien. He's got great visual awareness. O'Brien gives the handball off. Here goes Barham with a kick inside 50. We just spoke about his kicking ability. Jack Anthony is tipped in front. It was meant for Cloak, but Anthony has marked it 30 metres out directly in front, and he degloves.
Well called, BT. The kick was meant for Travis Cloak. With nowhere near him, McPhee was going to take a very easy mark, but Jack Anthony just out of the pocket ran in and took a very easy mark in the end.
Kick was a shocker.
It was for his 4th Anzac Day goal. Here is Jack Anthony directly in front to put the Pies in front at the punt road end. He's an accurate kick. He's got it. Pies have hit the front of the 6.5-minute mark of the last quarter. Anthony's kicked 4 big goals. Collingwood have got the last 2, and they're all over the Bombers here early in the last.
Well, it's amazing. What's he kicked, Churl? 4 goals, 1 up the other end. Lloyd and Lucas have kicked 5 behinds. At the moment, that is all the difference is. Essendon are shooting themselves in the foot.
Spud.
Yep.
He's a dangerous forward. Do you say now? Dustin Fletcher. Go back. He's given it to the crowd. He's given him the double pump. He's trying to get him up. You put Dustin Fletcher back now.
Fletcher or McPhee. There's no doubt the youngster, the hardest position to play when you're young is fullback. The mental pressure, the scoreboard pressure starts to take control on your reflexes. He's playing reactive football at the moment, Pez.
Magpies by 3 points. Down to, I think it's Lovett. He got spun out of there, tried to get it to Davey. Controlled it okay, did Davey, then went to ground. Slapped it out of there. Barham was dispossessed. Push in the back, free kick Essendon. Jetta got it off to Lovett. Lovett candy sold. Ducked out of a couple of tacklers. And then a kick smothered brilliantly. Shoveled the handball back to Jetta. And now it comes to Ryder. Runs through and slots it.
What a star.
Stand up, young man.
Look at this boy.
He's the man.
He's grown into a man in front of our very eyes, Spud.
Regis is Roy.
This is it.
I'm getting firm. And I don't even barrack for Essendon. 71-74. Bombers hit back. Classic Anzac Day footy.
Well, it's an old saying. It's an oldie but a goodie. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. And Paddy Ryder, 100% game time. Hill, as we talked about, ACL, just about 90%. First minute of the game, Ryder has rucked all game against Fraser and Brown.
But as I put to bed, maybe we're going to get a bit of perspective on this myth that players can't play at least 85%. and they keep coming on and off the ground. Well, the reason they can't is because everyone keeps coming on and off the ground.
Bombers by 3 points. Ash, how many times have we had lead changes in this game?
That's 8 lead changes, BT.
Marvellous Anzac Day. Carlton natural blood stats. Ryder did his own roving after he tapped it down himself. Got the handball off. Leon with a tackle. Turnover here, a possibility, as the Waxman Lonigan didn't know what to do with it. Here's Leon Davis lurking dangerously over the top there. Couldn't get rid of it in the end. Zaharakis takes a long time to say. And we'll have a ball up in the centre square.
You know how I haven't rated ruckman? Paddy Ryder is just exposing this whole ruck myth about just do the ruck work, it's hard work. He's just ripping this craft apart.
The Bombers by 3 points. The overwhelming favourite for the Anzac Day medal is big Paddy Ryder. You've heard the boys mention it. Kick goes inside Bombers 50. Here comes Lloyd charging out after it. A deft little tap meant for Zaharakis. Didn't work though. Lockyer picked it up on the left boot. Pies under enormous pressure. Lee Brown should have given away the free there, and instead he's taken the mark. In fact, it's gone over the line out of bounds. We'll throw it in right in front of where Doc Larkin sits down there. Doc, how's it feel, the atmosphere at the moment?
Well, the crowd's obviously involved, Brian. Only a 3-point game on Anzac Day with a big crowd. They're all into it.
I like the umpiring bristle. They've put the whistle away. They've respected the occasion and let the players play. It's good. Ball on the deck. What is the umpire free kick count, please, Two-Man?
14-7 Essendon's way.
Paddy Ryder's second efforts after the ruck tap haven't let him chase the ball. He's like a terrier.
Yeah, he's exposing ruckman right now.
Fraser works it down. Picked up Stanton. Got it off to Ricky Dyson. He wheels around on the left. Look at this one. Monfries at the back. Can't get hands to it. Leroy Jetta. Good tackle put on. Jimmy Possum just got the handball away. It's a scramble. Picked up again, this time by Zaharakis, but the kick's astray. Out in the full. It'll be brought back in. 3 points, the Bombers.
14 possessions, 11 tackles, 22 hit-outs. When's the last time one of those big hard-working ruckmen laid 11 tackles?
Oh, Gary, liking the work of the big fellas today. A 3-point advantage for the Bombers. Here goes Pendlebury on the half-back line. Kicked up towards half-forward, ripping kick. Swan's taken the mark. He was heading for the interchange bench. He decided to stay on Swan. We've played 10 minutes in the last quarter. The handball to Pendlebury. The chipping ball to Medhurst has marked. The man on the mark stands at about 43, and Medhurst will line up at the punt road end on the northern flank. He's a left to right kicker of the ball, and a big opportunity for Collingwood to bite back.
Nice ball use. Dane Swan's in contention for the Anzac Day medal too, boys. Don't ever worry about that. We've got a blood rule. Angus Monfries comes to the interchange bench. So an extra minute or so for Medhurst.
Here is Medhurst, 45 metres out, perhaps even nearly 50. Left to right swinger of the ball. Collingwood are down by 3. We've played 11 and a half in the last quarter on Anzac Day. Medhurst comes in. Kick from 48 metres, a shocker. A little right to left curler in the end. And a minor score as McPhee puts the old ball in the bag and changes balls. 72-74, Bombers way, Fox Sports scoreboard.
Dusty Fletcher to bring it in. Not a lot to go to.
No.
In fact, close to nothing to go to.
Well, Paddy Ryder, the man.
Now he's going to go long to the 2 ruckmen. Fraser gets Ryder under the ball. Ryder did well, though, to win it at ground level, but then it came to Harry O, who runs in and kicks a real wobbler. Rocker can't get his hands to it. Slattery got a fist on it. Another behind for the Maggies. So the scoreboard now is 72-74 as the kick in. 73-74 in fact. Kick in straight to Leon. He'll pump him back inside 50. Rocker! Ran under it. Thomas unable to get a real clean hand on it. It's about 25 out from Collingwood's goal. McPhee in real trouble. Thomas can't get hold of the footy. Anthony's there as well. Thomas released beams. His kick smothered. McPhee's away.
Yeah, McPhee did the smother initially. The handball into the middle of the ground. Jetta fell over. Leon just went straight at him. Davey got the ball, was tackled and stripped of it immediately. No free kick. Love the way the umpires are letting it go. Here's Clark. Finds Pendlebury. He marks on 45. The exact spot where Medhurst tried to kick from a moment ago. Collingwood are down by 2. Pendlebury will line up for goal from 48 metres out. Northern flank, punt road end. Very deliberate over the top of the ball. The crowd is hushed in anticipation of an explosion if this goes through. Pendlebury comes in. Pretty straight run up for a left footer. Kick on the way, it's there! Pendlebury's kicked the goal! Collingwood have hit the
magnificent game of football on Anzac Day. No doubt with him and Dane Swan had 34 disposals, but Penderby's had 28. 10 contested possessions, 1 goal. Those two boys have got victory in their sights. They've been outstanding.
Well, I don't reckon anyone can call it at the moment. It's just that tight, goal for goal. They've got a bit of a run on though, the Maggies. 4 of the last 5 in actual fact, if you count the Davis's late one at 3/4 time and the missed one. So they've got to answer. They've been able to answer all day. Essendon don't go into their shells.
Just under 85,000 here for Anzac Day. Out of the centre, it looks like Collingwood again, although Lovett Murray at the back of that exchange, able to pick it up, straighten up, long ball in the Lovett and Lucas direction. No one able to take a mark for Essendon. Well done, Nathan Brown.
Lucas's man, he let just drop off him and take a mark.
Short kick finds Marty Clark, who sells some and then goes to Leon at halfback.
Leon Davis turns around, hoiks the ball over the top to Lockyer, who made some ground on the southern wing. It wasn't a great kick. And Lockyer had his man done. All he needed to do was put it on his chest and another one out of bounds. True centre wing, 84,829 here today. So where does that rank, Ash, in terms of crowd? I think it's nowhere near it in the last 3 years anyway.
Definitely not last 3 years. We've had 90 plus BT, middle of the pack that attendance would be.
Worried about the rain, I think.
Yeah, well, the rain here, Gary, in the Ponsford stand, the MCC members letting the whole football bloody world down at the moment. Here is a Lockyer, snuck a handball through to Big Fraze. He gives it backwards to Leon. Look at the little Leon step forward, a beautiful little principal kick, found Thomas. Thomas at 2 half forward on the southern stand flank. Collingwood in front at the moment by 5 points. We've played 15 minutes in the last quarter. Thomas a chip ball, found Lockyer, and he takes the mark. 55 metres out on the boundary line. Lockyer sends it to the top of the square. Here comes big Leroy Brown. Anthony's there as well. Off hands, Rocker. Touched over the line, boundary throw in next to the behind post for the Maggies at the punt road end of the ground.
Just been watching Anthony Rocker. Hasn't been running too much, but he's sucking in the big ones at the moment.
5-point lead for the Magpies. Another one would really hurt the Bombers. Lovett Murray taking the ground. Holding the ball, not paid. Myers got a kick away. Leon all on his own. Going to pick it up. Going to waltz in and go smack. Bang. Crash.
Yes!
Oh, Leon. Got 2. Maggie's got 12. 85-74. Triple M scoreboard.
Well, I tell you what, Bristol, he has had some sort of a half a footy.
You've got to consider him for the medal.
In contention. Uncontested marks this quarter, 21-7. That means that Collingwood are running harder, finding space. The Bombers have been brave. Can they dig deep for one last effort?
Who did you pick for the Anzac Day medalist?
I had 100 on Leon.
At 15-1.
He got back in the 9s.
Now consider him seriously, boys.
He's given it the face washer.
It's a bit of a last quarter game.
He's given it the face washer.
He has. Clear the mist out of the eyes, he's saying. I am the man. Collingwood by 11 points. 17-minute mark last quarter. They get the clearance and go inside 50 again. The Pies to the punt road end. Slattery and Swan go at it. Slattery shakes the Swan tackle. Here's Lovett Murray. Gave it off to the run of Dusty Fletcher. He went wide with a nice looking ball out wide to Monfries. He got clipped around the ear hole by the sack. And the ball was punched into the interchange area. And we'll have a boundary throw in on the northern wing.
They've got to get a presence across half forward. They're missing that conduit between defence and attack.
8.5 minutes remaining. Collingwood at the moment by 11.
As we're going to have another bounce right in front of us. I say it regularly, Gary, and I know we have a giggle with Leon, but why do opposition teams put no time into him at all? Well, he was 50 metres on his own out there.
Trying to. Hocking's going at the moment. He's just lost his focus.
Work forward. Here he is again. Almost the clearance. Alwyn Davey unable to touch it. They need the next one, the Bombers. The intensity's really lifted by this Collingwood footy club. Straight to Ryder. Left foot barrelling ball forward. Going to land in front of Zaharakis. Here comes Alwyn Davey. Got to be clean with the hands. Wasn't. Now taken in a tackle. Handballs into space. Free kick. Toobies away.
Got it to Lockyer. Collingwood have found some space on the outer southern stand ring. They lead it by 11 points. We've got exactly 7 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Here goes Thomas with a dazzling 2-bounce run out on the outer wing. 3 bounces now. He's got it to half forward. Drives the ball long and hard and low. Couldn't hit the the target on the lead, and now it's knocked away as Cloak takes it to the boundary line. Hasn't quite gone out yet. Now it has. On the full. And I think it'll be a Bomber free kick to Magpies.
I think they got the legs, the Bombers. They look tired. I'm not sure they got the run.
Doc.
You've got your wish, Brian. The rain is starting to drizzle. Alvin Davey, heavily winded, is coming off.
It's black.
Nothing to go to upfield here for the Bombers. They're trying everything they've got. Myers a fend off. Over the top to Slattery. There's nothing inside forward 50. They go for a squaring ball. Not going to work. Picked up by Medhurst. Medhurst wants to go to back-to-back Jack Anthony. He's got 2 to beat. If this goes out of play, it'll be a very good result. It is. Deep punt road in.
Doc, who have Collingwood got on the bench that's got fresh legs at the moment? Well, they look spent.
Yeah, well, Leon's off. He is spent. Leon's having some work done. Big Sav here. Anthony Rocker, obviously no good. Nathan Brown.
Thomas hacks it out of there. Sorry, Doc. Unable to get clean possession. Swan now. Taken to ground. Got it off to Leroy Brown, who kicks a behind. 12-14, 86 Collingwood. 10-14, 74 Essendon. Sorry, Doc, keep going.
No, just Beams was my final offer to young legs, Brian. The only one really who's not too gone at the moment.
Collingwood by 2 straight goals. 6.5 minutes remain. No need to panic for the Bombers.
Matty Knight's got an issue. Scotty Lucas is out of form. But you have a look at their half-forward line. They're all midgets.
Well, you've got to get a target at least. That's the bigger question. Who have Essendon got on the bench for legs?
Yes, Lovett. And he's gathered the ball on the outer wing. The inboard ball finds Lovett Murray. An inclusion into the side. Gave the handball over the top. The Bombers are going to go forward once again. This is an opportunity for them to do so as Myers goes in. Short ball. Finds his man here. I think it might be Leroy. The Jetta from 60 metres out, high ball, goes it down. An opportunity now here for Cox. Cox has got the ball, defensive goal square, doing some fancy footwork. Lucky Jetta didn't get it, otherwise it would have been called. Jetta kicking it to Jetta as Cloak's got the ball on the wing now. Northern side of the ground, bounces the ball inside the centre half forward region. Medhurst grabbed it, got one in the back. Handball over the top. Lockyer can run into a goal if he picks it up cleanly. Left foot kick, short ball. Lee Brown has marked. 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. This to seal the game for Collingwood as O'Brien Doc comes off with the Collingwood doctor. For what reason?
Left shoulder, I think, Brian O'Brien. Heavily hit into the ground. Maybe an AC joint or shoulder. Got the dead arm. They're just going to look at him. He's coming good.
The MCG is about to be flooded with rain. There's a huge black cloud that has turned day into night. As Brown lines up to make it an 18-point margin. He has had 2 opportunities to ice the game. And the big boy from North has missed both. 5 minutes remain. 74 Essendon, 87 Collingwood. Fox Sports scoreboard.
Short ball from Dusty Fletcher.
It's a let off for Leroy Jetta too. Up the other end, he had to extend the arms to take the ball out in front. He elected to mark it on his chest, and Harry O'Brien got a good fist in.
Stanton called to go because the kick wasn't far enough. Didn't realise was out of play, so it's a throw in. 87-74. You get the feeling Collingwood have done enough. Around the body, Fraser. Rocker! Mark!
Push. And 50 metres.
Now, this is a rule from last week where we saw, Brian, I heard you talk about it on Fox Sports. Is it... Let's see if I can hear what he says. I need an explanation. And Anthony doesn't know either, and I'm with him.
He's saying it's a 2-action push. Well, you're asking the question, so...
No, I can't have that. That's just a strength thing.
Okay, Stanton.
That's a mark every day of the week.
And then inside 50 with a drilling ball. Jetta presents up. Great work, Harry O. There's a man's played a terrific game of footy. Jetta can't get back on it. Beams was very good. Gave it off to Barham, who kicks it out in the full.
Oh, he's just got a bit of work to do, Jackson. He's a nice player and a good ball winner, but he's got to get that kicking right.
Jobe Watson needs to find a target.
Yeah, so does Jobe.
Right now. Running out of time, the Bombers. He sits it up high. Lloyd's got to wait under the footy. Fist away. And through comes Beams.
Did it well. Handball to Pendlebury. Collingwood by 13 points. 23.5-minute mark of the last quarter. We've got about 4 minutes left. Cloak stole it then. At half-back, kick out wide to a vacant wing. Beams has run on from his initial handball in the back line to get it at half-forward. Handball to Marty Marty Clark. He fumbles, got time to recover. Inside 50, 45, 40. Closing missed. Missed with a left foot hoiker around the corner. And a minor score. A 14-point Collingwood lead on the Triple M scoreboard.
Joe Watson's the only one who's still running hard for the Bombers. They're out on their feet. They've been brave, but the Magpies just a little bit more composed.
It's no excuse, but Hill going off only gives you 3 on the bench. You run out of legs at some stage during the game.
Pears nothing to kick to. Just hoists it down the line. Swan takes the mark.
And especially the fact that Lucas has had a very dusty game also.
Yeah. And Lloyd has been injured too, boys. I mean, Preston Giacomo's been great when you got a corky in that second quarter.
They've done enough, the Maggies, to make it, what's that, Chew? 5 in a row or 4 of these?
They've won the last 4 ANZAC Day clashes, JB.
Before this one or including this one?
Including this one.
So Cox goes short to Nathan Brown, right in front of the Dr. Smooth.
Yeah, just following up Spud's point about rotations. 89 to Collingwood, Spud. 67 to Essendon today. They've been short one down.
Over the back of all players, Lonergan picks it up. He gets smashed by a couple of Maggies, and the ball will be bounced 55 out from their punt road goal.
Carlton natural blonde stats. Leon Davis, a PB, 30 disposals
today. He's got to be in consideration as the fans start to walk the aisles. Collingwood by 14 points. Rain is imminent. Opportunity here for Stanton. The run of Lovett was impressive. Through centre half back. 2 bounces through the middle of the ground. A third with the left hand. A fourth with the right hand. Barham chases. Short ball to Jetta. He'll gather the ball. He can run into an open goal. Right foot around the corner along the ground. Kicked it. The Bombers have got one. Still a glimmer of hope for the Bombers.
There's a glimmer.
They are down just 8 points. We believe 2 minutes to go.
Lovett's had a very good game also. 16 disposals on the natural blonde stats. 2 goals. Put that down as an assist. His run and carry through the middle of the ground was outstanding. But also Jackson Barham never gave up in that chase. 1 iota. Well done, young fella.
Both sides will take something out today. It's a terrific occasion.
It's here, Brian.
And here's the rain, everyone.
Get your raincoats on if you haven't already. Look at them run now. Look at them get their raincoats.
Bombers by 8 points. Collingwood by 8 points. Ball to be thrown up. Ryder and Fraser down. They get the clearance, the Bombers. Joe Watson steps around to half forward, looking for Stanton. Got one hand to it. Marty Clark with him. Ducks back outside 50. And then a high one forward. Lloyd at the back. Can he get loose? Almost to Mark Monfries.
Tackle.
Great tackle by Jetta. Monfries low and hard. Lovett picked it up. He spun around in a tackle.
Good footy.
Leon kicks it out the full. Essendon to pump it back in again.
Gee, they're back in.
Dyson's got the ball. He's a left footer.
They're in it up their eyes here, Spud.
Dyson.
We don't know the precise time, Jim, but we think just over a minute or thereabouts.
Must make this kick count.
He's on the right side for a left footer.
He kicks this, it goes back to the middle, and they're down by 2.
To the city end, Ricky Dyson.
Point. Yep.
Runs around. Drop punt. Oh, drop punt!
Tricky, Ricky.
Hell! Dyson slots it. 12-14, 12-16. Bombers trail by just 2 points inside the last minute.
Look at them pour back into the ground, Bristol. They wandered off.
They did. They've left. 20,000 have left. And they're just hearing on Triple M now that the Bombers are within 2 points with about a minute left.
It was great pressure. Great tackle from Jetta. And it's not luck because the ball went out of bounds on the full. And you couldn't have fell in a better person's hands close to the boundary line in Dyson, who was a left footer.
Well done to Joe Watson too. Got that all-important clearance. That's what it's about right here. Big clearance.
Quarters have been going about 30 minutes on average today. We've played exactly 28 minutes here. The Bombers are down by 2. The ball's back in the middle. Ryder goes up, knocks it to Watson. Watson didn't handball it or kick it. And now Lovett Murray through traffic. And a throw will go to Collingwood. Leon Davis with a game-saving tackle perhaps. In the middle of the ground.
Leon
slows it down, and Collingwood need to possess the ball here now.
They're all manned up.
Play on, says the umpire. He kicks wide to Pendlebury. He advances high and marks. Heavy rain falling at the G. Pendlebury 70 metres out. Can't be long left.
He's going to go long to the square. Long to the top of the square, you'd reckon.
Collingwood by 2 points. Final minute of the game. Rocker couldn't hold the mark. Off hands Cloak. A dribbler. It went out of bounds. And a boundary throw in deep in Collingwood forward 50.
Well, they've got to open up the ground here and just go bang. Kick it along if they get a chance. The Magpies work hard to keep it in.
Throw in, work to the front. Fletcher dispossessed. Scramble of players. Leon played for a free kick, wasn't there. It's about 20 out. Now that comes to the back. McPhee, boot on ball. Love it, takes it. Got to go. Around he comes. Monfree's going to run onto this. Sliding mark. Get up, release the footy. Dyson inside 50. Jenna's going to run on and kick a sausage. Picks it up. Oh no! Harry O, sensational. Keeps the ball inside the Ruckus. And that's a behind. No, it's going to be thrown in. No, it's a behind. Brilliant Harry O. May have saved the game for Collingwood.
The Anaconda, can you believe that?
Oh, he stretched his skin beyond belief to get hold of that one. It's a 1-point ball game.
They were gone.
It's absolutely pissing down here at the team.
We've had a draw.
Collingwood by a point.
95.
Kick back into play. Winderlick's got it. Handball over the top here. Here it comes, Lovett. He's found the target. An opportunity for Zaharakis. He knows the goal. Zaharakis has kicked it. Zaharakis has kicked the goal. Essendon hit the front.
Jesus!
Essendon in front. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it, Brian.
What is going on?
Zaharakis has put the Bombers in front.
Every Essendon player, Brian.
Unbelievable stuff.
And all the Essendon players are running behind the ball. There's only one Essendon player. They're running behind the ball. Lloyd can barely run to get back
Great
there.
work, though. They kept the ball moving. The composure of Lovett Murray not to blaze away. And then a young man who grew up, I think he might have just grown up arrogant for Essendon, did he not?
The Bombers by 5 points.
Oh, siren. When is it going to sound?
We've got to get someone in the goal square here, the Bombers.
High ball. CC Ryder up nice and high. Got a little hand to it. Through comes Jimmy Possum. The Collingwood Footy Club. There's a sound. She's all over.
Can you believe it?
Essendon, with a goal in the last 10 seconds, have stolen the ANZAC Day game away from the Magpies.
Pick the last 3 goals, the Bombers.
That is extraordinary. That is extraordinary.
What a time, guys, to kick your first career goal.
Right, this crowd is like us. We thought that game was overdone. I did. I don't know about the rest of you blokes.
Me too.
The only people that didn't were the Essendon players. The crowd were leaving. They conceded. Collingwood fans were happy. And what were the time, Bristol, of those last 3 goals, please?
Got one at the 26-minute mark, one at the 27 and one at the 30-minute mark.
Just extraordinary stuff. Collingwood had the ball deep in their forward line.
Also in the wet, Gary. I know Brian called it the first quarter for rain, but they kicked those goals in the wet.
And Lee Brown missed 2 golden opportunities in the last quarter for the Pies to seal the game and put them over 3 goals
And
up.
so did Clark.
That is just
Marty Clark had one too.
totally unexpected. It's one of those games where I reckon people are sitting there, the Collingwood boys are sitting there going, what in God's name happened then?
That quarter for IGA Liquor. IGA Liquor, proudly independent.
For McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Never miss a single goal with McDelivery. Available via the Uber Eats app.